Hi guys, welcome back to DragonMetal Saga Campaign 2. Oh my goodness. Well, Campaign 2, DragonMetal Saga, I guess I should put in that order. I gotta get things in the right order.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, what's going on? We got a full house of amazing folks tonight. Dagoth, Alex and Dara, Food Safety, Karavanos. Welcome one and all. We appreciate you guys for joining us again for episode / session 8. Yes. We got some fun stuff going on tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into the intros. Hi guys, I'm StormyD of Storm Saga Games, and the DragonMetal Saga campaign is underway. And I'm your dungeon master and host, and yeah, crafter of worlds, NPC guy, and right over here is my significant other, one of the cast members and players. Please introduce yourself, red fuzzy-haired or fuzzy-eared girl.
Hi everybody, I am itsStarkitty. And I play and I play Shae. Hi, I'm Shae. She is a great elf ranger.
Someone clip that, please.
Clip what?
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Oh, that's it. That's my intro.
All right. Moving right along, right over next to her, the other lovely lady with green hair.
I'm Druid IRL, and I play Thyra, who is a human fighter.
Yes, who's apparently stone cold faced today. Right over next to her is the lovely bearded god himself with the sash around his neck. Please.
Huh? Hello, everybody. I am extirpatefate, and I'm playing Merrik, who is a wizard who might be a little too smart for his own good.
Can get him into trouble. I see that. And then...
The fuck was that?
Uh-oh, he's checking out stuff out the window. No emergencies? You all right? Continuing onward, the amazing fellow down there.
Wizard Merrik.
The guy who looks even more like a wizard than I do. Please introduce yourself there, Mr. Military Jacket person.
I am BananaTomOG, and I play Sindri, the sorcerer, who does not speak like this.
Right on. Well said, everybody. Well, guys, we're into the thick of it again. Here's the...
Be right back.
Oh, I guess that's what it is. Yep.
No.
It's okay if you gotta deal with something. It's all right, we understand.
You can still do the recap.
Absolutely. So yeah, because he can still hear us, guys. So here we go. The recap is thus. Last week, the party members, still in that pocket dimension of Mr. Abenaki, were put through the ringer with his consultant friend, the incarnate construct, Connor the Construct, who looks like a suit of black plate armor. Modern looking black plate armor. And he has a drill sergeant-y voice and put them through some serious training, some physical training. Mr. Abenaki put them through some academic, mental training, working on languages and spells and just other things to get their brains working well. And Connor having them run around, and then that there was a moment where they fought against Connor, and the goal of that was to help them get over the fear of combat or the fear of death, to know what it's like to be hit very hard, and to feel like what it's going to be to face off against foes that are sometimes tougher, but it's to help them understand. And now, because of that, the next phase of their training is going to be combat training. And it was quite the interesting experience that they went through. Did I miss out anything? Did I forget any details? Okay. Then let's roll randomly to see who tells what stood out most to them last week, or to their character, I should say.
KT.
No, actually, it's going to be Druid.
Fuck. I was kind of pointing in the right direction.
Yeah. Sorry, I should say not Druid, but Thyra.
Thyra.
I'm still very disappointed in the fact that when I asked if I needed my sword and my gear, it wasn't clearly communicated to Connor.
Cool,
I
thanks for the
still don't
request.
trust this place. I still don't trust this place.
Understandable. It's kind of a spooky, unknown quantity for sure. All right. That would be Merrik.
Of course it is. All right. So either Tin Man is just stupid, or he's a monster. Because what person or thing wants us to test how strong we are by hitting them, giving us a percentage that will hurt them, knowing full well that we won't? Like that was loaded. Not to mention, did he not just watch us all fucking die and then say, I want to show you what it's like to die? Mate, we already did. That makes no sense. Second of all, Thyra, interesting. I don't think she is what she thinks she is. Echo, what do you think? Nothing? All right, man. I'll talk to Sindri about it.
Sorry, your owl just looks at you with blinking eyes, shrugging the wings.
Just these just wide, like.
Exactly.
Does the head turn and everything?
Just slowly, just rotating this way. You're like, oh, that makes no sense.
By the way, also for folks in the audience, we appreciate your patience tonight. Some of the folks over there are getting over a really bad flu, so we're going to do our best to give you a good night tonight, but we appreciate any kind of leeway that you offer us. We're here to have fun regardless. Last two people we got either Sindri or Shae. Looks like it's going to be Sindri next.
Gonna need some water first.
He wasn't expecting it to be him.
He was. I just tried to speak and my mouth was really dry.
Fair enough.
Not sure I like that suit of armor. I knew it was gonna hit hard, but damn. At least he kind of let me try out my request. More interesting. The tall one might have a sense of humor. Let's see how this goes. Merrik's a bad influence. I like him.
Right on. Well said.
My turn.
Your turn, Shae.
My turn. Shae now has a journal, everybody. Shae actually has a journal. Dear journal, it's me, Shae. What's it like to die? Does it hurt? Because I think I died when Mr. Connor hit me the other day in training. At least I think I did. But I'm here now, so maybe I didn't die. My body hurts from all the learning, but I made it through training, so hopefully I wasn't a disappointment. So my next training is supposed to be tracking a monkey. I don't know what a monkey is, but I know what a key is. Am I looking for some sort of special key? P.S. Shae learned that the markings on the rock are druid-like, or druid something. Shae wonders what the stone and journal say. P.P.S. Mr. Sindri told me about the sun that was in the herb garden. It looks so nice. I can't wait to see one in person.
Oh my god. I had to mute.
There you go.
I literally felt my soul leave my body.
I was right. It took 5 syllables.
Oh, was it the what's it like to die?
No.
No, it was
the
the first 5 syllables.
it was Dear Journal, it's Shae.
Shae.
It's me, Shae.
Yeah.
That's my baby. 18 years of experience right there.
Oh, thank you, Rusty.
man.
I'm glad you liked it.
Almost 19.
Yeah. Oh man, that's.
All right. Well done, everybody. Thank you
Those are
for
fucking great.
for sharing the innermost thoughts of your characters in this these first of their challenges that they face on their way back home.
Shae is adorable. Keep her safe at all costs. Get the bubble wrap.
Yeah. All right.
What's
So-
bubble wrap?
Does anybody have anything else to add before we jump into it? I guess that's a no. All right.
Oh.
All right, guys. Oh,
Echo.
yes.
Echo is just.
The urge to just turn and punch you was so strong just then. Like,
Forfeit. Just. I know.
it's okay. I said something earlier today that made you want to just. I don't remember what it was though, but I just remember you gave me this like.
Oh, get out of my car.
How dare you say that in my car? Like, you what? Anyway, sorry.
It was so funny.
Like,
I forgot.
I'm gonna be opening the door at 50 miles an hour here any second. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So we're gonna go chat dark for a while, guys. But we'll be back here during the intermission, and anytime anyone raids, please remember the pin up there. No redeems work during D&D night, yeah, that's it. So enjoy the show, guys. Thank you. All right. So you guys just basically have spent the last 3 weeks being put through the ringer in multiple ways. Having to get up super early for physical PT with Connor, and then in the afternoon or morning doing all your mental and logistical language training, and then in the late afternoon into the evening doing your doing a little bit of combat training, but the real actual more of that has just been kind of academic style, theoretical and stuff. Basically, Mr. Abenaki and Connor really, you get the sense that they really, after that period of time, it's hard, and you feel like, man, what are we doing? This is hard. But then, as you feel yourself getting stronger and having successes, you realize that their intent is to build your confidence and help you to have a muscle memory about things, and that they, not to say that there's not still something spooky and shady. You still don't, it's still kind of a weird situation, but you do get the sense that they are absolutely trying to help you get to a next level experience and capability. Again, because Mr. Abenaki wants you to have this, be able to awaken this power to be able to move through other worlds the way you did before, without it practically killing you. Towards the last end, well, basically, we kind of went through all of that physical and mental training, but that's the 3 weeks of that training. During that time, the skills, you guys made all your skill checks, so you have those. The languages don't have to have skill checks. You're gonna have, everybody will now have Abyssal as a language that they know. Make sure you write that down. And then now, Thyra completely understands Celestial, and it's been an interesting experience for her because she is even shocked by how easily she picked it up. Of course, Merrik was shocked by how easily she picked it up, but it makes him wonder about her. She apparently believes herself to be human, but maybe not. Who knows? Trying to think of anything else to add. So, but this 3-week period of regular training is done, and your primary combat training is underway. And that's going to be about a week of training before you all have your first individual test. So let's just sort of imagine ourselves at that tail end of the regular training, the basic training as it were, now moving into your advanced tactical training. So you all are having your dinner one night, and we can begin there with the role play of where you want to go next, knowing that the next day is when your tactical combat training will begin, with Connor and Mr. Abenaki. Connor being more hands-on, Mr. Abenaki mostly is going to be observing. And don't forget that there's interesting things about each other. We got someone with an owl with an amazing personality. We got the warrioress who apparently has an unusual sword that they're not too sure about, because last week they did some testing with that sword and couldn't hurt themselves with it. It was really interesting. And then this one's got a weird rock. And Sindri can a weird rock with Druidic on it, and a journal that's got Druidic on it. And I believe towards the end of that training was when you guys had, Mr. Abenaki had suggested that you guys could work on the journal together, and you did. So we can also role play that as well. And don't forget, Sindri's he can make little doodads and gadgets that function.
Yes, Shae has a dragon that Sindri made.
Mm-hmm.
That's currently got all of my components.
So that night, Mr. Abenaki has dinner with you all, and he asks you all as you're all sitting around, discussing, not discussing, but eating, and he brings up the discussion, the topic of how do you all feel about beginning your tactical training tomorrow? You've done very well, according to Connor and my estimations during your initial basic training, but how do you all feel? Has it improved your conditioning, your confidence?
Player question. Do I already have my shield?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't everyone speak out loud at once.
Shae feels confident.
Now say that sentence with confidence, Shae.
Because Shae's not confident, but she's trying to be.
Well, that's the beginning of getting there, I suppose.
And Shae is also surprised she learned a new language.
Can't. I just can't. Shae's my favorite character.
When you're not even your favorite character in the session.
Nope.
I have no shame in saying that. Shae's my favorite. Thyra is sitting there scarfing down on her food.
Scarfing down her meat.
So she's scarfing food so that the player can cough.
Yeah, she probably ate a little too quickly there. Thyra, you might want to slow down on the... Never mind. More confident. Well, I mean, confidence is still the same. You know, unsure on what is happening. But, you know, still alive. Learn some new stuff. Sindri, how you feeling, Ben?
I'd feel a bit more confident if I knew what was next. It's hard to feel confident when you have no idea what you're being trained for.
Well said.
We're being trained to catch a monkey. Right?
What's a monkey?
I meant past that, but yes.
Is it like some
tried
sort
it
of
funny.
key?
Say that again, Shae. What was your question?
What's a monkey? Is it like some special type of key?
Sindri, can you help me out with the
Real quick, add a character before you. Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, from Thyra's world, monkeys wouldn't really exist either. So she might be just as confused by that as this one. The other two monkeys definitely exist in your worlds.
Okay. Yeah. So, as per usual, I will prestidigitation an image of a monkey for the best of its ability out of a nice little light show.
So I'm assuming you pick, your standard kind. From your culture's perspective, there would be street vendors, who have little monkeys that are their assistants, or that do street shows with little monkeys. And so most of the monkeys that you would know of would be the smaller, tinier kind of, skinny, run around with a big tail, monkey. And that's what you show, what he shows you.
Oh.
Fate doesn't actually like monkeys at all.
They're super strong.
They're fucking unpredictable.
We talked about it on Band with the Banter yesterday, how I don't like monkeys either.
Oh, thanks. Airing out my dirty laundry before I can.
No, I talked about how I don't like them.
You were mentioned.
Anyways, yeah, you weren't mentioned. You weren't brought. I also don't quite understand what this creature is, Shae.
So, terrifying little creatures. I imagine the one we're hunting is going to be a bit bigger. That's great, my favorite.
You mean they can be bigger than this?
Yeah.
Kind of looks cute. I like it.
I mean, at least the ones I'm familiar with. Would I add a character? The type of monkey that we're going to be, what is it called again? Technically?
So it's not actually a monkey.
It's not a monkey. I know
He's
it's
calling
not,
it a danger monkey, but it's technically a type of demon that looks
Am
like
I familiar?
a chimpanzee. No, your character would have no idea what this creature is.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Actually, none of you would have had anything of it, even though it's demonic. Thyra's experience with demons is very limited. She's just mostly heard about them and had the run-in with her clan leader being one. But that's it. That's all she really knows about them. All you can do is trust that what Abenaki is telling you is, and he says to you, "Well, you see, that's is he doesn't make, he doesn't do that, that was me. That creature that Sindri is showing you is not what you will be chasing after. This one is considerably larger, although it is smaller than even Sindri. It is technically about the size of a chimpanzee, maybe a little bit larger. Do you also know prestidigitation? He's talking to Merrik, looks at you.
I do not, no.
The creature that you will be facing, this won't be tomorrow, this will be after the end of this week when we do the tactical combat training. But the creature that you will hunt, I will create artificial environments here in the backyard of my manor. And in these artificial environments, each of you will have to face off not only against the creature that you will be hunting, but the environment itself will be a difficult obstacle for you. And so, because of this, you will find extra challenge. This creature is a demonic creature, which means it is not an actual animal. It is a fiend from the abyss. Now, these particular demons possess almost no intelligence. They are just created by demonic lieutenants as cannon fodder, as shock troops to go out and hunt down the weak. So a seasoned warrior, practiced warrior of any kind, whether it be a martial one like Thyra, or yourself, or a magic one like the two of you, should be able to handle this, especially after the training we will do this week. I'm confident that each of you will be able to do this. In fact, just to show my good faith, nearby, I shall have my phantoms with the healing wands available to make sure that this is not a lethal challenge. To be clear though, in your final test, when I will have you all explore an artificial dungeon with a specific mission goal in mind, we will have all of the training wheels off. It will be potentially a lethal situation, so you will have to consider it a fight to the death. To succeed, you will use all that you have learned and all that you already know to survive and thrive. Because this is meant to be an example of some of the things that you may have to experience in order for you all to one day make it back to your homes and master your realm hopping ability. Yes, Merrik.
Does the danger monkey have to come back alive?
No, you are to kill it. Just to understand what a demon is, these are creatures from the darkest abyss whose whole lives, their whole mindsets, their very fabric of their existence are dark and full of evil. At least this particular type of creature was bred for that. There might be exceptions out in the lattice somewhere, but as far as I know right now, these creatures were captured here, floating through the supernal, and so they are meant to be this test for you. Yes, you had another question, Merrik.
2. Yeah, first one. Is there anything that they're particularly drawn to? Like, do they enjoy the smell of blood and they come flocking to that? Do they prefer a type of food?
So, to make the test of this fair, and to be indicative of what you might go through in the future, even though one of your great skills should be to do exactly what you're doing now, which is to try and gather information on your enemies. You must always try and gain as much information as possible to defeat your opponents. This is wise of you. I approve. But I will not provide any information about them other than the description of them. Do not underestimate them. They may be smaller than you, but they are almost of equal strength to Thyra. So they will be potentially quite deadly threats. And there might be some surprises from them as well. So keep that in mind.
And then second, is there a time limit?
No. Me and Connor and the rest of your team will be observing through the scrying lens and watching, so that afterwards you will be able to actually, let me back that up a moment. Let me back that up a moment. I stayed in character for a second there. You will obviously, so that it does not ruin the test, you will not be permitted to watch everyone's encounter, but it will be magically recorded so that you can later on watch what your fellow compatriots did and see how they handled their situation with their challenge and give each other advice and feedback on that. You will be handling it all on your own with almost no knowledge of your enemy. One more thing to be clear, the danger monkey is called a dretch, which is the type of fiend that it is. Its whole existence is to tear out your heart and murder you and stomp on your face and shit on your head and do other nasty things.
That doesn't sound like fun.
It's an awful beast.
See, the first thing you said about stomping on your head, I was like, oh. But the rest of it sounds not like. It doesn't seem. You don't. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I was gonna say you don't seem like the kind of person to shit on my head. Then I immediately regretted that sentence.
What kind of animal is this?
It is not an animal. It looks like an animal, and it's designed that way to put you off. So don't think of it as an animal, because it is not. Imagine the worst person that you have ever known, the most awful thing, and that's what this thing strives to be like on purpose.
Nothing's as terrifying as my dad's belt. Sorry. Not canon. Not canon.
I would have said it's your mum trying to kick an apple.
Fuck.
Do you all have any other questions?
Ooh, yes.
Shae.
How many monkeys are we fighting?
You will face off against one. You will have to hunt one.
Okay. So I was supposed to say, if I had to fight 10 of them, I would not survive.
And I would be a terrible trainer if I sent 10 of them against you. Even if I sent 10 of them against all 4 of you, that would be terrible. No.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a specific reason it's this kind of creature? Or as in, is it something that you're preparing us for in the future? Or is it just because it was at hand, so to speak?
That is an excellent question. It's actually a little bit of both. You see, as I explained, I capture all kinds of things that invade the space of the supernal in some way, whether on purpose or incidentally. And I experiment on them when necessary, especially when they are demonic creatures like this. But these particular creatures usually simply put down for their own sake. I understand and appreciate that you want to be compassionate towards other living creatures, but understand that most demonic entities, the vast majority of them, do not view things the way that you do, and they have an intent to eradicate your existence from the universe.
Oh, it's alright. If you're saying it's demonic, I will have no problem attacking it. Especially after that little bastard with the chain.
Ah, yes, you have experience with these creatures already. In fact, since you bring that up, I will share with you all, if this makes you feel a little more comfortable, that this creature that you all are going to face individually is not as lethal as what you all overcame before. So I am confident this is a challenge that you can master. The difficult challenge will be at the end when you all have to work together as a team to defeat the dungeon mission. You will face off against things that you do not know that are definitely more powerful than you, but not dramatically so. And that are things that need to be eliminated. Yes, Thyra.
A question that Sindri has asked twice and we haven't gotten a clear answer was, what is all of this training for once we are done with all of this training?
I've already explained that to you before. You need to be of a certain caliber of physicality and mental acumen to be able to conceptualize your ability to awaken your realm hopping power, your world moving power, and I want to prepare you for what you will experience when you leave my realm.
But why?
So your question you're asking is, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
As I explained, I find you all quite fascinating. You all are like rare orchids. Would it not be irresponsible of me to try and give you the greatest opportunity to grow that I could?
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of effort for strangers.
He has no response.
I'm a little
piles
bit
up more
as to
meat.
how Sindri would actually respond, purely because he'd understand that side of it, of the helping, because what else are you going to do in that situation? But at the same time, he obviously wants to know. So I don't really know what to respond with here. Just to let you know, I am thinking about it, but I have literally no idea what he's thinking.
I get it. All good? Yay!
Yeah, what she said. Sorry. Had to go help Mom bring something in.
No worries. All right. So did you have any questions or responses? I know you probably missed a little bit of it, but basically they're wanting to know why they have to go through this, you guys have to go through this training, and why Abenaki is helping or putting you guys through this, I guess is the better way of putting it.
He basically said we're orchids, and I was like, well, why would you?
Wow, we totally lost you. No, her.
She was just mumble answering me.
I was also muted because I was coughing and I forgot to unmute.
No worries.
No, I mean, it's the same answer he's given, essentially. And I've already kind of like tried to read into it a bit. Just same kind of answer. I expect the same kind of feeling. Not enough information to really kind of like pick at it more, unless I just want to sit here and try to grill him. Imagine there's a lot of meat on him. Worthless.
Okay.
Doesn't know. Because he's just skin and bones.
Because he's got chicken legs.
So,
That's why he hovers.
Yeah.
So we hear a little pitter patter.
What the fuck is this?
So as you guys are having this meal conversation before your training the next day, Mr. Abenaki also asks you guys, do any of you feel like you're gaining new abilities that you did not have before? For example, Thyra now understanding that she can cast the Comprehend Languages spell once per day. Does anyone else feel something new awakening within them?
You know, it feels a lot like when I was struggling with to cast the finding my familiar. I know it's there. It's not quite. Haven't found the crux yet.
You're on the cusp.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be of any use at all, Merrik, but seeing as we learn magic in different ways. But if I can help, just name it.
Appreciate it. I might have some ideas I want to run by you I think you might like. But we can talk about that a little bit later.
Very well.
Yeah. It's right up your alley.
Must be a small one.
Really?
Small alley.
I know. I expected that from Thyra, not you.
Well,
Honestly, I expected it more from me.
the pun.
I mean, to be honest, I expected to be the one to say that, but yeah, no, well done. A completely relatively off-topic question, Mr. Abernathy.
Yes.
Do you happen to have, like, at least I didn't see one exploring the grounds, unless I'm just blind, and sometimes I can be. Do you happen to have, like, a forge, or can you make one?
We do have a forge at the back part of the backyard near the greenhouse that is a fixed stationary place. Both. The only way that I can make the greenhouse work is for it to be a true fixed stationary place, and the same goes true for our smithy towards the back. There's a building back there at the very end, near the training center area.
May I use it?
Of course. What do you seek?
Well, I'll need to make. I would like to make some darts.
Of course, I
this
will
long.
have any materials that you need provided. By the way, Connor has said something to me during training.
Yes.
That he suspects that you have not tried something that you have the potential to do. I know it might sound a little bit scary to consider, but I would like you, during your training this next week, to try wearing some kind of light armor. If it's all right with you, I can provide a... hang on a second. Remember what the light armors are in 5e compared to 3.5. That's mostly the same.
Leather. Studded leather.
Yeah, but there's also...
Oh, were you just trying to answer the question first?
I actually was just about to bring up the whole armor thing.
Oh,
and then
yeah. I got you.
I think initially we can provide you with some studded leather armor, and I know you have not trained in this way, but from what Connor tells me, he believes that you have the capability to cast spells in this armor, and it will be quite beneficial to you.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. What have I got to lose? Except an arm, or an eye, or a leg.
Or an owl.
Too close.
Sorry.
just fucking like clutch him.
And then it pops.
Shay
do you
has
say- do
another
you say something
question
akin to that?
you just thought of.
Wait, what? Do you say something akin to that? Like,
No.
oh, okay, never. Go ahead.
So, I noticed in our training as we were running around the grounds, we were running past the front door. I remember you saying something about the front door being locked because something will happen, but we can't go out in the front grounds. But we were running around your house. How are we able to run by the front door and nothing happens?
You see him kind of nodding his black shadowed head under his hood. I was like, this is an excellent question.
Can I
The
guess?
door operates in a unique way in regards to my pocket universe here.
Oh.
So you can use the front door to go into the mansion. But if you try and go out of the and while the door is open, from having been opened from the outside, it operates like a normal door would. But as soon as you shut this door and try and leave the door from the inside, actually, you all won't be able to unlock it at all from the inside. Once you all are ready for that, then I shall take you myself to it and open it for you. And it will lead to where you need to go next to find your way.
Just out of character. Mechanically, at least I can understand that. Does it work like the door from Howl's Moving Castle?
It's been so long since I've seen that. I'll have to say yes.
All the residents from the outside open into his little castle and his foyer, but when you're on the inside, you open to different cities. Yeah,
Basically.
Okay, yeah, because I immediately think Howl's Moving Castle with that.
Great movie, by the way.
Beautiful movie. Yes, may all your bacon burn.
I only saw it like 2 years ago.
Watch it
What
again.
was that, BT?
I only saw it for the first time like 2 years ago.
Fucking watch it
Really?
again.
That soon ago? Wow. That's awesome.
It's a good movie.
Anyway, sorry.
No?
Continue.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thyra's gonna do something before bed with her shield.
Okay.
I don't know if we're done with dinner or not.
Hold that thought. If I remember correctly, during the training, one of the things that you two ladies were doing was translating the journal.
Yeah, we've been doing that the whole time.
Right. So we should probably talk about that. Basically, it turns out to be, you don't necessarily have to make notes about this, but everything that's been in the journal has been the stories that he used to tell you,
Oh.
but written as if he experienced them at some point in his life. And the journal, the only other thing that jumps out at you when you realize it, kind of reading between the lines, is that the stuff that he experienced, he could not have experienced on the world that he met her on. And he seems to, even at some point, believe that he came to your world from another world. But at certain points in the journal, it's almost like he's secretive about it. Even though it's a journal, it's almost as if he's afraid someone will read it. And he very, very much wanted to protect that rock. It was his most important thing. And he specifically calls out that he got that rock on one of the worlds that he traveled to, and that it was given to him by a very special person, and it has very special properties. But he was also saddened that he was never able to awaken its properties. And he put in his journal, one of his last few things was that how much he admired and appreciated you, Shae, and he felt like that maybe you had what it took to awaken its properties. And he doesn't go into detail of what those properties are or the people it came from. But he does indicate in it that he thinks that he doesn't want any preconceived notions coloring or spoiling, which is why he always kind of told you all those stories that everyone else in the village thought he was crazy. And maybe the way the journal is written, he does seem a little crazy. So you're still, Thyra is still not sure about her mentor. Shae still is even more 100% in on it now, right? She's like, oh yeah, this guy, this is justification for everything.
Oh yeah, it's like as soon as like Thyra translates it and I write it out, Shae's all like, yeah, I remember he told me this and he did this in the battle, he talked about this. And she's like acting it out for you.
Is there anything else you can think of? Any questions that you think that you think might have been in the journal that I can tell you yay or nay and describe further?
No, I mean, if it's the same stories that he's been telling Shae over time, then she knows those stories like the back of her hand.
Right.
She's heard them so many times.
Yeah. So go ahead. I think I know what your question is, but go ahead. Yeah, Merrik.
Do you, Shae, do you share those stories? I know you said last time, you were writing it down because you felt that Merrik would enjoy having a transcribed copy. Do you share those stories?
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. Every one that I transcribe, if you can understand Shae's handwriting.
I probably will retranscribe it.
Okay.
So that I have my own personal copy and she can keep hers. Do any of those stories sound like any stories from my world?
Yeah, see, that was the question that I knew was coming.
Yeah.
That's why you said good question, Merrik.
Yes. It's like I was reading the future there. I don't know what's going on there.
It's too fucking easy, man.
All right. The answer to that is not necessarily that any of the stories sound familiar to you as far as stories go, but some of the stories sound like your world and Sindri's world and Thyra's world. So this guy, her mentor, had traveled to multiple worlds, maybe. It's not exact, it's not perfect, right?
But it sounds...
Yeah.
Okay.
There's enough that all of us would go.
Right, there's enough little coincidences and little Easter eggs and things in there that definitely makes you all wonder about what was going on there with what was his name? Darius? Something with a D.
It is.
Dalius? I have it in my notes. It's just a different spot.
I'm glad you asked the first question, by the way, Fit, because I was going to ask.
Dalius, I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Is our internet connection getting low? Are we still online? Well, obviously, I'm with you guys.
Yeah, stream's still fine for me.
What happened?
Okay. All right, it was just a glitch with my
Shep,
tablet.
everything
It
good?
briefly wasn't connected.
What was wrong?
Oh, my tablet told me that I couldn't get to my document because I didn't have an internet connection, but it's fixed itself, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I jumped in the chat to see if everything was good. Bubba Lone Wolf would like us all to hydrate and stretch. Since I'm here, I see it. So,
Oh, on that note, let's see. Oh, we've only been going an hour, so we can go another hour before our intermission, but I still appreciate the Bubba. Oh my God, the Bubba, I love it. It stretches my face.
I actually have to pee. I'll be right back.
Oh, God.
It's okay, you go for it.
Fine.
She's been drinking lots of water. It's
I
understandable.
don't care if she's going, I'm going.
All right, the TV crew has to go.
I will not steal her booster seats, plural. I will take them all.
That's tempting though, isn't it?
Oh my God, it is.
It's tempting, but you also know that you would have to be the only one to take the brunt of the blowback from that.
I'm not afraid. She's not
you
my
say
mom.
that,
She won't try
but-
to kick an apple off my head. Because I wouldn't allow it. I'm surprised she didn't notice the pillow gone last time until I showed it to her and she's like, yeah. All right. Fate has a theory about that bloody rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've been debating whether or not is it too much of a stretch to think Merrik has the same theory? And I'm like, maybe. So I don't want to say
Sindri
it in game.
definitely doesn't have the theory. PT does, and I've written it down with a date. So I can go back to it.
Ooh, I want to have conversations with you guys later.
Nope. Just on the off chance it gives you a facial expression away or anything like
Oh, it
that.
won't. You can ask these guys. They've had many a conversation with me, and
It's
my
pretty good.
poker face is not broken once.
Slightly
Yeah.
once.
Oh, really?
No.
Slightly once? When was it? I'm intrigued now.
Either.
You'll have to tell me that story later.
Here's the thing. I am just going to agree with her. Either she's bluffing, which is not uncommon, because she's pretty good at it. Don't take my water. I'm not done yet.
Really? I don't know. I think she's a really terrible liar. She said so herself.
No.
Of course, that could be a really good bluff.
There's a difference between lying and bluffing.
Really?
She can bluff pretty well. She can't.
We need to teach her
hold a
Magic
lie.
the Gathering then. That would be amazing. The four of us playing MTG.
shit,
I would love
shit.
it.
Oh, God, yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be good. It'd be good. And then she
Alright.
could hate me like the rest of the community.
Oh
Mill,
no!
let's
Trust
go.
me. Like, Mill is annoying, but to me, it's only the second worst strategy. It's
Next
not
to
as bad as
Infect.
land destruction.
God, land destruction.
Oh yeah,
Druid.
Infect Mill is my go-to.
So tonight before bed,
Yes.
Thyra is on her shield. Is because she would ask for a round shield because that's what she's trained with.
Right. Mm-hmm. Something
And
like
then
that.
what exactly? And what she would do is that she would carve a rune, like for earth, wind, water, fire, for the four elements, and then she would carve like angel wings on the sides of those runes on her shield for her heritage and the religion she grew up with.
I love it.
You do this every night before bed?
No, just
Um,
the one
yeah,
time.
A lot of runes.
she's
Like,
an
how long did-
experienced rune carver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say
It
it's
might
like
take her a couple of days, but because she's
Yeah.
had her shield for a while now.
But each night that you do that, Shae is like sitting right beside you watching. Well, she'll ask first. can I watch?
Absolutely. That's how you
Usual
learn.
thing as well. Sindri swings by to maintain your little dragon.
I'd say in the evening I would ask for Sindri's help because Merrik has an idea and he's uncertain. So Merrik is gonna pop into the perception of Echo
Yeah.
and then needs Sindri to make sure he doesn't bump into shit while being extremely disoriented because Merrik wants to try to walk while Echo is either on his shoulder or perched in a position. So he's seeing through Echo, but still navigating in 3D space, and really needs Sindri's help to not like kill himself.
I see what you're saying. You want to try and practice this particular maneuver on your own. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with Sindri's help and see like, what do you think? And then try to like help me navigating and basically be a sitter.
How long each day do you practice this?
Probably till I get sick, so maybe about like 20 minutes at a time.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know.
If you do it for an hour a night, each night of this final training, then at the end I will give you a role that.
Okay.
So effectively, what's going to happen is for you to do this, you're going to have any kind of roles when you're in this state will be at disadvantage. But
that's fine.
If you train yourself like this, then there's a chance that if you do well enough on the self-training, that you can eliminate you having disadvantage for
disadvantage. Then I will go for as long as it allows me to do it.
Okay. I think that doing it for an hour, the first few nights are going to be kind of nauseating, so you're going to have to roll me. This is the first 2 nights, roll me Constitution saving throws. 2 of them.
Swear to God, if you make me roll a dex to dodge out the way.
Can't be bad because you're the one that said it.
Yep.
Con save on the first one's a 19.
Okay, next one.
Con save on the second one is, another 19.
All right, so you don't get nauseous too nauseous from it the first 2 nights, and you get kind of used to it. And we'll just go ahead and make these checks finally, and then we'll just pretend that this check has been made at the end of the training, the week training. So the end of the week will have come. Go ahead and make me a.
Before we get to the end of the week of him doing this.
Oh, we're not going to get. I'm not jumping to the end of the week. We're just making the roll. Oh, do you want to make sure that this is before the end of the week or related to this?
Yeah, it's to do with him doing this, but it's before he gets to the end of the week of him doing this. Sindri is 100% gonna try and mess with him a bit.
Of course.
Oh, okay. So tell us on day 3 what you decide to do to mess with him.
So, whilst he's obviously still getting his legs, I'm presuming you're not stable at that point. You're still a bit. Ooh.
I mean, I would imagine the first couple times would be like Echo on the shoulder, so it's at least close to the same thing, but it's an odd perspective. I almost imagine it's like, even though I've never done it, it's like throwing on VR goggles. Like, I get motion sick personally, so I imagine it's the same kind of. I'm equating it for me personally, but yeah, I probably wouldn't be moving very fast. It'd be kind of tightrope walking, not need to. Weird fisheye lens. Bird's eye lens.
Sindri wants to cast Mage Hand to gently grab Echo, so he ends up having to, and lifts it up about a foot, just to change Merrik's perspective whilst he's still walking.
On day 3?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is
Emphasis
I'm gonna
on
give
gently.
No, I understand you're not trying to hurt him. Still though, I'm gonna give Echo a dexterity saving throw to not be wrangled by the mage hand.
It's got +1. Right?
Yes.
When I look at the stat breakdown, his Echo's dex is 13, so that's just +1 on the roll, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
I just making sure I understand. Oh. Yep. This is the companion dice. Echo now gets to use Guar's dice.
Okay.
It's exciting.
I like it.
Sorry. That is cocked. That is thundercocked. That is 12.
You had to, didn't you?
I did. It was too easy. 12. It was too easy. She said it. I didn't have to say it in my brain. So I said it in my brain, and you said it out loud, and I was like, Thundercock, and I just couldn't stop. 12. 12.
I'll say for a few seconds, it lifts him up, and your owl's like, "What's going on here? I'm not flapping my wings." And then once it realizes what's happening, it easily just wriggles out. But for that brief moment, you need to roll me. Your perspective goes wonky, and yeah, you're gonna have to roll me another con check.
Con check or
Con saving throw, yeah.
Yeah. 11.
11. By the way, Druid, you're kind of right. If you can twist the camera a tiny bit towards him, that's still a bit. It's a bit much, but I guess it'll have to do.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. I just don't want either one of you to go off camera. So, anyway, okay.
Faked you out.
So you got a what?
12.
A 12.
No, 11. Sorry, it's 11.
So you
Con save.
On your con save, yeah. You get a little bit queasy, and you kind of end a bit dizzy, and you almost trip and fall down, and then your owl lands back on your shoulder, and he looks down at Sindri, and gives him a little mean look. And you come out of it, and of course it breaks your concentration on what you're doing with the owl, and you see the interaction between the owl and Sindri. And Sindri, roll me a deception, if you want to try and keep a poker face. If you don't want to keep a poker face, then you won't have to roll.
I briefly considered it, but Sindri's going to be laughing.
Okay. He starts.
He doesn't want to try and hide it and make it look like it's malicious. He wants him to know it's a joke.
Right.
Which, just look at. You think you're being funny, but I like it. Yes, hilarious. I will be your bad influence. However, I do think it does serve a purpose. Having to navigate while dealing with obstacles and such.
Exactly. I made you go up a step. You were my inspiration for this, raising me up.
I know. I'll take the high ground, thank you. But yes, I do think that doing that can be helpful. Just don't move so quickly, because I might throw up, and I will try to aim for you.
That's kind of why I decided to lift Echo, because I figured pushing you might go badly.
It probably
Same
would.
as tripping you up or something along those lines.
Yeah, I appreciate not doing that. Thank you.
All right.
But yeah.
So now the end of the week, the final little personal training that you're doing with your owl. Go ahead and roll me it's going to be another con saving throw, but this one's a focus concentration style saving throw. So if you have any kind of, and I'll give you advantage as well. You basically, the whole idea is that you're having to maintain your concentration on what you're doing.
It's a con save. Fate.
Yeah. Okay. You said focus con save, and I was like, am I missing something different now?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just you have advantage.
It's like, copy that. I'll go with the natural 20 on that one.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So you will now just kind of write down on your character sheet somewhere that if you want to navigate while using Echo as your vision, you don't have to make any kind of checks at disadvantage.
Cool.
Excellent.
Alrighty. So
thank you.
was there anything else that so she's that week. I would say it would probably take 2 or 3 days for her to carve everything into her shield, so you guys get to see the art unfold over a couple of days. And you guys are, I don't think you even have to make a check, as far as I can tell, on it, because it's just a skill that you have. So you guys are impressed by the elegance. You know, she's this staunch, tough, stoic kind of warrior, yet she also is very artistic in what she's doing with her rune carving. And you know, the shield looks really neat. So looks really good.
At some point, while Thyra is carving, especially when she's carving those angel wings, Shae's gonna ask her, what are those? She points to the wings that you're creating.
Poor thing's having to stifle a cough.
Yeah. Take your time.
The cough feels worse today than yesterday.
Oh.
You talking more today, though?
Yeah.
Chat's like, what? Druid talking more?
Hey, Druid can talk.
These are just wings.
Oh. You mean like similar to a bird? Like what Echo has?
Yes. My mother's always decorated most of her carvings with wings like this.
Was your mom as pretty as you?
Even more beautiful.
Wow.
Okay. So the next day, your actual combat training starts, and it's advanced specialized combat training. You guys go in with, you're literally going to be doing practicing maneuvers, individual maneuvers with Connor. He's going to have you working on combinations with each other, using your abilities in multiple different ways, against himself. Oh, at first against practice dummies, then against him, and he, of course, he's not. He's always kind of holding back. In fact, during the training part, he's never actually committing to a full actual hit on you guys. He always stops just in time. But he wants you all to go all out. And you do. You all go all out. And, it's still very difficult to do anything to him. Well, impossible, almost impossible for the most part. But that's the point, right? And he's still got that that drill sergeant voice, that he does, putting you guys through your ringer. And but throughout it, even though he's very hard on you, you get the sense that he actually cares about your success. Obviously, Abenaki definitely comes across as shady, sus, not necessarily duplicitous, but definitely.
Good word.
I mean, you already know he's holding stuff back. He's admitted that he's holding stuff back, right? And so you're still not sure about Abenaki. But during this training with Connor, you get the sense that he's just a very straightforward, doing what he was basically hired and asked to do as a training consultant. He's very good at it, and he actually cares about helping you succeed. The trainings are all. One of the other really impressive things during this is for the first day, Merrik is having a hard time in this armor that he was asked to wear, and you almost want to give up on it. But Connor it tells you, no, every time you think you want to give up, that's when you push one step further, and that's when you're going to get there. I can promise you tomorrow you're going to feel different. And you do. The very next day, you feel different in that armor, and you are able to effectively, you know, as we know from your character class, you have proficiency in light armor. And so you are able to cast your spells effectively and everything. And if I remember correctly, studded leather armor is a base 2 AC, plus your,
AC
of course,
12.
your dex modifier. So, and I believe...
It brings me to 15.
Because your dex modifier is a 3 from, yeah. So, yeah. So your base AC before...
was 13.
No, I was gonna say before any kind of spells or other effects is 15 now. So, but...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't think, but I'm pretty sure that mage armor does not stack with...
It does not.
Yeah, it didn't in 3.5. There'd be no reason why it would now either.
It does not stack.
Yeah.
You have to not be
During
wearing
your
armor.
training, though, he tells you guys some interesting things, all of you, that, eventually once you're done with this training and Mr. Abenaki sends you on your way to make your way back to home and to do whatever it is you choose to do, you're going to find all manner of new mechanisms and interesting baubles and things that you can wear and things that you can use. Tools of the trade. Some of them are tools of war. Really, I just see them as tools of survival. So be on the lookout. There are ways of improving these things. There's going to be lighter versions and stronger versions of what you're using, and the same thing goes for you. Like, you're going to find better armor that you can wear. It's going to be lighter and more effective. You're going to find a better shield one day. I'm quite confident of that. You're going to find better weapons, and the same goes for Sindri as well. All of you are going to find a lot of interesting things in your life. So be on the lookout. Just don't be afraid of improving your tools of the trade, because it makes a big difference along the way. Yes, basically, as I explained, your training goes quite well. The physical training and mental training that you guys have been put through the previous 3 weeks for your basic training actually makes this advanced training come alive and awaken within you. And you all are just reaching these points where you're super confident with your abilities and with each other, and learning these techniques to use together. You find whether or not you trust Abenaki. You definitely trust Connor a bit more now. You definitely feel a bond and a connection with each other. It's just a natural progression of what's going to happen when you open up to each other and bond together over shared experience, especially when it's difficult as this kind of training. On the last day of the training, Connor comes before you all. Was there any other things that you all wanted to say or do before the last day before this last day of training? Yeah.
In regards to using that forge, I know it would take some time to make them, but they're pretty straightforward. Just making like 10 darts.
Oh yeah.
Even though he probably has some, either would take what he has or construct them from scratch, but just kind of like, it's one of those, like, I'm sure, it's like, Connor, I'm sure you understand it, but there's some type of connection you have when you kind of do it yourself.
Indeed.
Or at least kind of tweak them, Yeah. So I just want to make 10. That's okay.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely. 10's okay. Is there any other? Yes, Sindri.
Sindri's curious about having his quarterstaff being metal, so he could potentially focus like an electric spell into it or some sort.
When you talk to Mr. Abenaki about that, he explains that well, the problem with having a metal staff, unless it's magically enchanted, it would reverberate electricity back through into you. I can't promise to offer something like that to you right now. I can say that those kinds of things do exist on your path in the future. So, but we will see. Perhaps there might be something that I can find on your behalf a bit sooner. He just basically kind of stays cagey about it.
For the roleplay side of that, I was going to ask as well, would Sindri have any idea about like conductivity and insulators? Being a tinkerer or not?
He would.
That be?
Yeah, he would. But unfortunately, in the world that you come from, there's not a lot of good insulators. That it would require, again, either an expert level craftsman in materials that you don't have access to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, and or like he said, an enchanted staff of some kind. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sindri, do you want it to be inlaid?
Come again?
I can inlay the metal if you'd like. It might not do what you're looking to do, but it could at least mimic it? I don't know.
I mean, if you have the time, it would be greatly appreciated.
Well,
Add a character.
before we leave
when
this-
you say inlaid,
Yeah.
are you talking about just decorated? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for something like conductive, like with what we have, that would be the first like thought Merrik would have. I'm like, well, this may not get you what you want, but this kind of can allude to it and move towards it. Or you can use it as like, I need something like this, but magic.
Yeah.
So, and I
For
figured
context, it's like just an idea of a way of transferring the spell, so I wouldn't have to put my hand to it. I could put
Oh,
like,
you
my
wanna be
staff
able to
into
transfer
some water
shocking
or something
grasp?
like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately not. That's not. So there is a mechanic that exists to be able to do that in 3.5, and honestly, we've sort of fudged it in the future for his character build, his class that he's chosen. But your class, as it were, doesn't have the ability to transfer a spell through a weapon like that.
Okay.
Unless you want to multi-class into what he's doing, which is a potentially a narratively interesting thing that could happen if you want to go there out in the future.
What I'm doing?
What? So remember, your character, I think you and I had discussed that at some point in the future, one of the special abilities that I gave your character at a higher level is to be able to, as a bonus action, as a reaction, or bonus action, channel a cantrip through it, I believe, was what we had discussed.
No, you were telling me that as an opportunity attack, I could do shocking grasp.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. As a reaction, opportunity attack reaction.
But that's not channeling through anything. That's basically like half of Warcaster.
No. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If we were talking about trying to channel spells through like a dart that I'm throwing, that's one thing, and we never discussed that.
No,
The closest thing I can do
I'm
to
talking
channel
about like a
through
melee
anything
weapon.
else.
I could have sworn that the base class allowed. Now maybe I'm thinking of I think I'm thinking of Duskblade from 3.5 at the higher
I think it's
levels.
different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of class.
Yeah,
so,
you were giving me the ability to cast Shocking Grasp as an opportunity attack at 6th level.
Right.
Yeah. So.
That's kind of what you were asking, but you want it to be able to extend your range, I guess. But
Mine's specifically for anything that's electrical, because that's what I'm presuming he'd understand from the tinker side of things. That he could transfer it using the metal, not transfer the spell itself. So I couldn't like cast anything other than an electric spell through it. It's just I'm essentially casting the electric onto the staff that then touches something else.
Yeah, no, I get the clever and the creativity of it. I'll say that, again, though, the problem is that you're also holding on to the thing that you're transferring out of it. So it would feed back on you as well if it's metal. And the idea is that a shocking grasp, you basically hold a charge in your hands and touch someone and release the charge into them. So, whereas if you're holding onto a metal rod that you're trying to transmit that shocking grasp through it, it's also going to affect you. Unless you can find a staff that's enchanted to insulate you from that. It would be, I'll say this to you. I'm not going to say no. I will say that if this is something you're interested in pursuing, it is pursuable. It might be expensive, and it won't necessarily give you any true benefit other than, because stabs don't give you reach, so it would still be no different. It would just be kind of aesthetically interesting, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll think about it more myself, but it just literally, it's a thought that occurred that I thought it might be an interesting
Visual flair.
extra.
Yeah.
I like it.
Especially after watching Merrik.
Yeah, that's the other neat thing is all of you during this training process are impressed with each other in different ways. Merrik has this incredibly creative flair, especially one of his signature spells, which is, help me out.
Catapult.
Yeah, catapult. He is using darts and daggers and anything off a table. He can fling it around the room at enemies. And you guys can together at some point think about ways you can use that to your advantage as a team, not just as him and an individual fighter. Thyra is super impressive with her ability. Her martial prowess is incredible. Like Merrik has seen knights at jousting tournaments that would have, who are experts at what they do, would have gotten crushed by her. And Sindri, you all, it's easy to look at him and kind of underestimate him because of his tiny stature, but my gosh, he moves around the battlefield with the plume, and the spells that he's good at, he is so focused and good at, and they're just very straightforward, done, bam, it happens, and very impressive. And Shae was one of the biggest surprises of you all, because you think of her as just this timid, which she is, this timid little thing, but she, during this training process, has been able to know when to get behind the enemy, to help create flanks. She just has a natural tactical mind that allows to create connections and on the battlefield. And you think that she's going to be great as your kind of guerrilla warfare, hit and run skirmisher kind of tactician. So, even though you guys are kind of weak on the healing, you're not completely dead to it, because during this training you also figure out that she can cast Cure Light Wounds a little bit. So, and then you all have the medical training that you've been given. And I've decided that the way it's going to work is this. When you roll a medicine check on somebody, the DC to succeed, if it's just a medicine check to figure out what's wrong with them or whatever, then the DC is only going to be a 5. If somebody can write this down, that would be great. The DC will be 5 to just figure out what's going on with somebody. The DC, and I believe can someone refresh my memory what the DC is to stabilize someone? Is it 10 or is it? Why did I unplug that?
I mean, it sounds right.
I think medicine.
I'm gonna look at that real quick. But before we get on with that, forget about that for now. The DC to succeed on one of this new special house rule DragonMetal Saga campaign heals is a DC of 10. And that just succeeds on getting a D4 healing to them. And then, at every interval, well, actually, let me back that up a second. Hmm. Actually, it's the medicine check.
BT, can you send me your spell list?
So things that require a medicine check: diagnosing a wound in certain situations. Are there herbs useful? Diagnosing disease. But we're gonna try and make it do a bit more. DC 5, stabilize, revive. Is this what is this? Searched through a bunch of Adventures League modules and came up with a list of medicine checks in one spot or another. Oh yeah. Okay. This basically is the stuff that you can do. DC 10 to stabilize the dying, I was right. Okay. This will be tough to use in combat, and that's fine. That's the way it should be. You have to first to be able to heal with this. The first time you use it, you first have to assess what the issue is with their wound.
Okay.
Once you have done that, and you do a medicine check a second time, the DC is 5 to do a D4 healing. But if you hit DC 10, 15, and 20, then it adds. Actually, I'm gonna say a D6 healing. That's kind of a bit aggressive, but I think that's okay. It's a D6 healing. And then for every increment above that 5, so DC 10, you get a +1 to it. And at DC 15, you get a +2 to it. And then if you hit a DC 20, it's a +3 to it. Basically, every 5 points beyond the initial DC 5, you get a +1 to that healing.
Somebody else wrote that down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Starkitty's got
I
it.
got confused. Somebody
No
did not
worries. I
explain
understand. It is a bit confusing, and I did make it up. And if you guys think of ways we can tweak it outside of out of the show, we can definitely do that. I don't
So-
mind.
The DC 5 to figure out what's wrong, but you also give them 1d6 heal.
Well, so there is a chart here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so DC 5 to stabilize or revive a drowning creature. There's like some things here. I'll share this with you, or I'll write it down.
So is it a DC 5 to stabilize or a DC 10 to stabilize?
It's a DC 10 to stabilize a dying person.
Okay,
That's key.
gotcha.
But yeah, it's a DC 5 check to figure out what's wrong with somebody and what you think will work. And then to administer first aid, that's when you actually get to add a few healing points with a D6 plus X, depending.
Gotcha.
Nurse Shae reporting for duty.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Hero a little
Pretty soon.
stabilize and
Shake it off.
Huh?
Shake it off.
So a lot of that was cut out.
get
I
hit.
didn't hear.
No, good. Good.
I heard every word.
Yeah.
Of course you did. You're in the room.
Yeah. Shay is gonna be able to walk up to us and tell us to shake it off.
Oh God.
I'm gonna
I
mage
wish I
hand
had
and tie
to-
his shoelaces together.
Unfortunately, I think he's wearing boots, so.
I mean,
Just means he's
Shae
more or
does
less
have
is-
expertise in medicine checks
Don't make
here,
a shake
guys.
out of that. Fuck out of here.
That's true. You
Instinctively
have
rolling a
expertise in
shake.
medicine checks.
Yeah, I have a
I'm a
+7
wizard,
to
I'm
my
already
roll
dead.
for medicine checks, which means I will.
That's actually going to be pretty good if you roll high.
That's nice.
Like if she rolls a
Yeah,
nat
plus
20,
7.
she'll be hitting a 27. That means she'll get a D6 plus
4.
4.
I'm a
So.
squishy wizard.
That's pretty good.
And then I need to roll a 3 or higher to stabilize your dying selves.
Nice.
So she was right when she said Nurse Shae reporting for dirty. Dirty? For dirty.
Dirty. Dirty dirt.
Stormy heard nurse and went dirty.
Oh man, just got confused with the maid outfit.
I forgot that's a thing on YouTube.
Oh, no.
Thinking me too.
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Have I told you guys how much I love you?
Stop it. Yes. No.
All right.
Just.
All right. So on that last day, he has each of you demonstrate to him and the group what you have learned. And I think from what we were discussing earlier today, Fate, yours is the only character that's learned a special new thing from this right now. Is that correct? At your level? I don't think anybody, I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
the thing we were talking about. I'm going to have you describe you demonstrating this to the team and to him. In combat with him. We're not going to roll combat, but it's just going to be
No, yeah.
theater of the mind.
Shae learned she is special and can cast some magic.
Right.
Nice.
So that's good. She's excited about that. Shae is excited that she is special and she can help people with magic.
It probably happened because she probably smacked somebody and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I wish I could heal you. And then it happened and she's like,
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. During training, you accidentally healed somebody who was hurt. And Sindri, being able to really use that focus on the end of his staff, he's like, man, whatever staff I get in the future, I definitely want to use my cool little focus on the end of it, because it's like become your signature now.
It's like a little lighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, and I specifically made it so it basically I can attach it to any quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And you guys are impressed by Thyra with that shield, because before this training she wasn't using the shield, and like it's almost as if she's better with the sword when she's holding the shield, even though she had the option of being able to go from 1 to 2 hands before. It's really impressive to see her, because you kind of get the sense that that's where her training lies, but also where her talent lies. So, add a character. Refresh my memory, Druid. You had finally settled on the one that gives you an additional +1 AC when.
Oh yeah.
Or no, you went with
defense, right?
yeah, I made
Dueling.
it.
Dueling.
dueling. So you get the extra +2 damage when you're using a one-handed weapon of any kind.
Correct.
And for folks out there, yes, you can still use a shield and get the dueling specialization. It says so right there. So it's not just for, the rapier.
It's not just
using a
fencing.
one-handed weapon, right?
Not just a fencing kind of thing. So,
Yeah. That's cool.
all right.
Druid can damage and protect at the same time.
So Merrik, please describe to the group how your new special ability that awakens at the end of your training, what it does.
Well, you don't see much different. I don't really magically sprout wings, and I just glare at or anything like that. Yeah. Okay, when you get really, really good at something, and you enter a flow state? Yeah?
Connor says, you mean when you get in the zone, right?
Yeah.
Auto zone.
Is it like when you're really focused on something?
Yep, that's right, little lady, you got it right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that not to say not everyone can get into a flow state. Sometimes you just naturally fall into one. I can do that on command. And I'll just be like, Echo, you want to help me out here? And I'll just I'll just have Echo fly to my hand, and as soon as he touches my hand, Echo's gone.
He vanishes into him. It looks like he absorbs into him. And in that moment,
Shae has a look of horror on her face.
in that moment,
It's okay.
when you demonstrate on Connor with you are suddenly, please share the mechanics for everybody, and then we'll work on it.
So, I'll kind of just, so mechanically speaking, if we're following along
I mean, if you would prefer to describe it visually in your mind first, and then we'll go over the mechanics, that's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, you really don't see much of a visual change, with the exception of like Merrik's eyes go like dilate, like the size of Echo's. Not only does he have dark vision now, because he's merged with Echo, but Merrik kind of has this kind of twitchy kind of motions about him, much like how Echo would kind of like twitch his head. And so Connor, don't try to go all out, because I know you just demolished me. But I imagine I'm probably a little bit harder to hit. You can feel free to try. So I get a +4 bonus to my AC. Increased movement speed by 10 feet. Advantage on acrobatics checks, and a +4 to my con saving throws to maintain concentration on the spell. All for 1 minute. I can do that
And you get
twice
to do
per
that
long
once
rest.
per short or long rest? Refresh my memory.
Twice per long rest.
Oh, twice per long rest.
Per
That's
long
right.
rest.
Yeah. So
Currently.
you guys, he definitely looks faster, and he's moving around Connor in ways that he didn't used to before, and looks twitchy and seems very focused, and definitely looks in the zone. In fact, Thyra's like, oh, I remember that feeling, and it's what you try and achieve every time you're in combat too. And it's kind of a natural thing for you, but it's not usual to see a wizard being able to do this. And you think you think to yourself, he might be fun to spar with in the future when we're traveling and training together.
And I invite Connor to like hit me. Please.
So what's your AC now?
So currently my AC is 19.
Okay, so 13 base plus the plus.
Plus my studded gives me 15. So
Wait,
my natural
sorry, it's
armor,
15.
So-
because it's your dex plus the So 15 plus 4 is 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he says, well, I'll try and go easy on you and pretend that I'm about 100 years older than younger than I am.
Fair enough. Fair enough then.
And he barely gets you.
So as he goes to hit, I'm gonna cast shield.
Yeah.
And what you see is a spectral owl's wing flash and catch the blow. So you're seeing the difference between the shield that Merrik uses and shield visually when he's merged with Echo. Normally
Nice.
it's just a flash of light, what have you, but now it actually looks like he's been enveloped by a wing just for a fraction of a second.
I like it. That's cool. And because of that, Connor actually misses him, and you guys are like, ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you guys were in training before, there were a couple of moments. Like Thyra really, on her last day of special training with Connor, she put him to the test, and there was a moment where he missed her, and she got some good licks in on him during the week. So all of you have done really well, and yeah. So.
Well, yeah.
Is there now you guys kind of know each other's capabilities and see that everybody's a bit different than you thought. Even though you also get the sense that there's still more to unlock and unfold about yourselves and each other.
And then as I exit that form, I just essentially just do one of these, like, and just pull Echo out from center chest.
Oh, that's cool. Pop him on your. How does Shae react to that?
Shae went from horror when Echo disappeared to shock when the owl wing came up, and then relief when Echo came back.
Gotcha.
Echo will fly to Shae. And just perch.
Shae's all
And do
happy.
like that little preen on the ear that's annoying as fuck.
You guys know what that's like. I wish we did.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh, you don't?
It's cute.
It's cute and adorable in the sense that like, oh, very cute, okay, please stop, and then you want to immediately just like grab it, and you're like, that would kill it. It's like, yeah, must be gentle.
Imagine that from the beagle. Because he does.
Imagine
What?
that from a giant schnauzer.
Yeah. With the meat beard.
A wet meat beard.
A wet, disgusting meat beard. Yeah.
Moving
Okay.
on.
Anyways.
Tomorrow we begin.
All right. So. All right.
You were saying?
Yeah, no, I was just saying the final day comes and Connor says, well, you've all done remarkably well. I'm truly impressed. And I intend that you all make your way well out into the lattice, into the multiverse, back home if that's what you seek. I've done my best to give you some tools and training that might help you get there. Maybe someday I'll visit you again.
You better.
And then with that, marches his way out and says, I'll be watching, Mr. He goes and gets, I'm gonna go get Mr. Abenaki. We're gonna get going on your final test the next day. And so basically they explain to you that on that final test the next day, well, it's not the final test, right? It's the individual test. You're gonna randomly choose who goes in what order, and yeah, I'm gonna roll dice. And wait, you don't believe I'm rolling dice? I'll even show you.
We all know that it's going to be fate. Either first
Oh,
or
I see
last.
what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So,
Random.
That's why BT was pointing past me.
yeah. So what's going to happen is they explain to you the environments are going to be a bit odd for you, a bit different. Thyra is going to be hunting a dretch in an old stone ruin in an artificial desert environment. Sindri is going to be hunting the dretch in an artificial tundra inside an icy cave. And the two of these guys, well, let's see, you're going to be hunting the dretch in an artificial jungle. And since you're used to kind of all four seasons, it's going to be randomly chosen what you're going to get to hunt them in.
I get to randomly go first and randomly choose to.
Yeah, you get to get the double whammy. All right.
Merrik's like, oh fuck, man, I thought I didn't know I'd draw the short stick.
All right. Speaking of short stick, Merrik, Sindri.
It's like, Merrik.
It's like,
All right. So Sindri is going to be number 1. Merrik's going to be number 2. Thyra is going to be number 3. You're going to be number 4 for choosing the order.
yeah, I was like, what?
3 is first, so it's actually Thyra is going to be going first. Then,
Go with me.
A quick point.
uh-huh.
I have the frost rune carved on my armor.
Cool. Refresh my memory on what the frost rune allows you to do.
Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Keeps her cool.
So your
What's
armor
cool
bag
with being
is
cool?
when you use it, let me know. Obviously, you know. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll with the rest of you. So if you don't mind writing down the order of each person for me, that'd be helpful. I mean, I can write it down too. I got a notepad right here. But all right, next is going to be. Let's see, we were working backwards. So Shae is going to go next, and then
Last. And then it's Sindri.
Then it's Sindri. All right, so
first, I'm last.
You're going last there, Coaches.
What did you call me?
Coaches.
I thought you called me goat cheese. I was like, that's a weird thing to say, but I like it.
I also heard goat cheese.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
No,
Triple goat's cheese.
Yeah.
So the other day I teased and called BT Coaches on stream, and he's like, "What is that? I've never heard that before." It's obviously makes sense because it's an American slang thing. But all right,
I don't even know.
this is going to be the random die roll for
Merrik.
fates for Merrik's terrain. Merrik, there are 4 terrains: forest, jungle, tundra, desert. Okay.
Okay.
In that order: forest, tundra, jungle, desert.
Okay.
Tundra, it is.
Fuck.
All right.
Does Merrik
guys
say that
get-
out loud?
Yeah.
Shae's looking at him going, what is that word?
That's a grown-up word you don't need to say. It's bad word.
So it's interesting. The way it goes down is you all are gonna go into the next day that you come out. The whole backyard, except for up to the very back part that I told you about, that's static. The whole backyard garden has now been transformed into multiple different, temporary, smaller, training areas that are walled off from each one. Like, remember how I told you that the garden was like a square grid that had the path splitting in across? Well, each set of those 4 is going to be your own individual training ground with walls. But inside, there's going to be a little, the environment is created to be what I've described to you. It's not another pocket dimension inside a pocket dimension. It's literally limited by the size of the walls, but it's still basically the whole grid. So like 150 by 150 or so feet. Also, you all are shown this kind of small tower that Mr. Abenaki and Connor are standing on top of, and it's not a super tall tower, so it's just kind of above the 4 terrains, and you can see, but it's tall enough that they can look down over it, and there's a scrying ball too that they can watch at the same time. But the roofs don't exist from the outside. They show you just for interest's sake. When you go up top to the top of the tower, you can see down into all of these different training areas because the roof doesn't appear to be there. They do explain to you that when you're inside, though, artificially, it's going to seem like sky, and that there will be a roof. It's just from this angle, the roof is sort of invisible, as it were. And so, yeah, we're going to start off with Thyra.
Can we take our break before we...
Yes, that's a perfect time to take our break, to go ahead and grab a snack. You want to take the full intermission break or do an entertain the troops style break?
Can we do an intermission break?
Yeah.
Just because
Okay,
I
sounds
know
good.
I need to go hack up a lung properly.
Yep, I understand. And grab a snack and potty break and stuff. Guys, folks, enjoy the intermission montage, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. And we appreciate you're coming. We're gonna have a blast.
Is that a horse face?
Where did it go?
Why the long face?
Why the horse teeth?
Where is it?
It's number 6.
Is it? Yep.
Their picture on Discord.
Oh, it's only over your own picture. You see it on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gone.
This is the most unconventional D&D stream on Twitch.
The mouse.
How to distract the streamers? Mouse. Oh, he's like my perfect kind of weird. I really like him. I feel like he's the kind of person that would tell Guar it's okay to pee on the tree. And that feels very important to me for some reason. My hair is so heavy today.
Well, you did wash it. It's full of water.
I know.
So stretch, right? Stretch, 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 stretch.
Oh.
Hamster's pose.
Oh, okay, now you're showing off. Don't do that. I can't touch my toes.
That is, she can do standing mermaid on one side.
Oh, standing mermaid? Let's see if I can do it in jeans.
Okay.
Foot into elbow. Connect the fingers.
Quick save, quick.
Okay, cool.
It also sometimes does this sound, this random thing. It just happens from time to time. I think it has to do with some sort of decondensation or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But I swear to God, it sounds like an army of masturbating gnomes.
Oh, are you sure they have squirrels, Stormy?
What?
Are you sure they're not masturbating squirrels?
No, I'm
Like,
pretty
on
sure
my
they're.
affiliate stream?
I'm pretty sure they're no.
You know, just a...
It does. It's just this sound. It's this weird sound. But you've proven time and again that your eccentricities are beneficial to not only yourselves, but to the guild and to the land in general. So.
We are so special that he pulled out the dictionary for us. He used big words.
And the day had come. The party was ready to begin their fights in the arena against the number 2 ranked guild. Here they are, up against them. The name, the Loam Riders. Will they defeat them? Will they be beaten by them? And such it went. The battle began. It looked like it was fairly even, but it was not. Soon, 2 party members were down, and the cliffhanger had begun. I don't know. And you guys are awesome.
Fight me. Let's go.
All right, we're going.
I did it too.
You did it too. Yeah. We're gonna go chat dance. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Kids like. To me, is this wonderful? Wait, that's not how you do it. How do you do it? I screwed it up. I can't. Oh yeah, it's this way.
It's called the dab. You need to do it correctly.
Oh.
I'm still doing it wrong.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you take it away there. itsStarkitty.
You forgot to hit play.
Okay.
And we're gonna add cinnamon and a little
The
extra
character, she wants pancakes now. Thank you.
There's only one way I'll accept pancakes. Stormer's got to wear the outfit. It's canon. It's the only way I think any one of us can enjoy them.
Later. You soon. So, you guys find yourself that evening dabbing at the inn. No. You find
That
yourselves.
is what Emmeline is doing. She's
Yeah.
dabbing from side to side on the stage.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Okay.
My Chonkapillar.
Chonkapillar's ass liked him.
The butt.
Chonka butter.
All it needs is a little.
Tiny like excellent.
A little anime X for his little bunghole.
The ability to control those undead.
Oh, that's right, because you did that before Bunky
Yeah.
inseminated us.
All right, and the Bob Ross moment has ended.
Eating my butt, freaking chair. And that deep-throated person over there, the one with the green hair. Just kidding.
We were going down ha-ha.
Oh, I didn't mean like that deep. I meant like deep sounding voice. Oops.
Deep what?
He's got a deep voice, guys. That's what I was trying to say. It's true.
Yeah.
Do you have a very deep voice?
I know I do. It doesn't frustrate you because it's something you can focus your mind on and to help you. I'm going to use the P word, to help you process what you went through. Are you clipping it?
Everyone, get some rest. We'll discuss this later, after I've had some time to think.
It's
And
a lot
process.
to process.
Everything.
Got 3 good clips so far. I'm processing the rest. What a dick! You snuck it in there. You got me to say it. Looks like you have a question, Fern.
Is it the same color, the same blue glow?
Yes.
Now, I think if you scroll over their picture on Discord.
Oh, it's only over your own picture. You see it on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gone.
This is the most
Thanks for saving my
unconventional D&D stream on Twitch.
The mouse.
How to distract the streamers? Mouse. Oh, he's like my perfect kind of weird. I really like him. I feel like he's the kind of person that would tell Guar it's okay to pee on the tree. And that feels very important to me for some reason. My hair is so heavy today.
Well, you did wash it. It's full of water.
I know.
So stretch, right? Stretch, 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 stretch.
Oh.
Hamster's pose.
Oh, okay, now you're showing off. Don't do that. I can't touch my toes.
That is, she can do standing mermaid on one side.
Oh, standing mermaid? Let's see if I can do it in jeans.
Okay.
Foot into elbow. Connect the fingers.
Quick save, quick.
Okay, cool.
It also sometimes does this sound, this random thing. It just happens from time to time. I think it has to do with some sort of decondensation or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But I swear to God, it sounds like an army of masturbating gnomes.
Oh, are you sure they're squirrels, Stormy?
What?
Are you sure they're not masturbating squirrels?
No, I'm
Like
pretty
on
sure
my
they're.
affiliate
I'm
stream?
pretty sure they're no.
You know, just a.
It does. It's just this sound. It's this weird sound. I can't. But you've proven time and again that your eccentricities are beneficial to not only yourselves, but to the guild and to the land in general. So.
We are so special that he pulled out the dictionary for us. He used big words.
And the day had come. The party was ready to begin their fights in the arena against the number 2 ranked guild. Here they are, up against them. The name, the Loam Riders. Will they defeat them? Will they be beaten by them? And such it went. The battle began. It looked like it was fairly even, but it was not. Soon, 2 party members were down, and the cliffhanger had begun. And you guys are awesome.
Fight me. Let's go.
All right, we're going.
I did it too.
You did it too? Yeah! We're gonna go chat dance. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Kids like, to me, is this wonderful. Wait, that's not how you do it. How do you do it? I screwed it up. I can't. Oh yeah, it's this way.
It's called the dab. You need to do it correctly.
I'm still doing it wrong.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you take it away there. It's itsStarkitty.
You forgot to hit play.
Okay.
And we're gonna add cinnamon and a little
The
extra
character, she wants pancakes now. Thank you.
There's only one way I'll accept pancakes. Stormer's got to wear the outfit. It's canon. It's the only way I think any one of us can enjoy them.
Later. You see? So, you guys find yourself that evening dabbing at the inn. No. You find
That
yourselves.
is what Emmeline is doing. She's dabbing from side to side on the stage.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Okay.
My Chonkapillar.
Chonkapillar's ass liked him.
The butt.
Chonka butter.
It's a little tiny, like, X over it.
A little anime X for his little bunghole.
The ability to control those undead.
Oh, that's right, because you did that before Bunky inseminated us.
Alright, and the Bob Ross moment has ended.
Eating my butt, freaking chair. And that deep-throated person over there, the one with the green hair. Just kidding.
We were going down ha-ha.
Oh, I didn't mean like that deep. I meant like deep-sounding voice. Oops.
Deep what?
He's got a deep voice, guys. That's what I was trying to say. It's true.
Yeah.
Do you have a very deep voice?
I know I do.
It doesn't frustrate you because it's something you can focus your mind on and to help you. I'm going to use the P word, to help you process what you went through. Are you clipping it?
Everyone, get some rest. We'll discuss this later, after I've had some time to think.
It's
And
a lot
process.
to process.
Everything.
Got 3 good clips so far. I'm processing the rest. What a dick! You snuck it in there. You got me to say it. Looks like you have a question, Fern.
Is it the same color, the same blue glow?
Yes.
No, I think if you scroll over their picture on Discord.
Oh, it's only over your own picture. You see it on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gone.
This is the most unconventional D&D stream on Twitch.
The mouse.
How to distract the streamers? Mouse.
Oh, he's like my perfect kind of weird. I really like him. I feel like he's the kind of person that would tell Guar it's okay to pee on the tree. And that feels very important to me for some reason.
My hair is so heavy today.
Well, you did wash it. It's full of water.
I know.
So stretch, right? Stretch, 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 stretch.
Oh.
Pincer's pose.
Oh, okay, now you're showing off. Don't do that. I can't touch my toes.
That is, she can do standing mermaid on one side.
Oh, standing mermaid? Let's see if I can do it in jeans.
Okay.
Foot into elbow. Connect the fingers.
Quick save, quick.
Okay, cool.
It also sometimes does this sound, this random thing. It just happens from time to time. I think it has to do with some sort of decondensation or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But I swear to God, it sounds like an army of masturbating gnomes.
Are you sure they have squirrels coming?
What?
Are you sure they're not masturbating squirrels?
No, I'm
Like,
pretty
on
sure
my
they're.
affiliate
I'm
stream?
pretty sure they're gnomes.
You know, just a.
It does. It's just this sound. It's this weird sound. But you've proven time and again that your eccentricities are beneficial to not only yourselves, but to the guild and to the land in general. So.
We are so special that he pulled out the dictionary for us. He used big words.
And the day had come. The party was ready to begin their fights in the arena against the number 2 ranked guild. Here they are, up against... We have returned, guys. Hello.
Kieran, thank you for the raid.
Kieran Shikado, Lord of Bushido. Arigatou gozaimasu. Welcome, Raiders. We appreciate you all.
Oh yes, and don't worry, there is still more to come.
You-
Our session is not over yet.
Oh, not even close. Did someone ask?
Yeah, it says hopefully there's still a lot more to come. I just ordered my pizza.
Oh yeah, in fact, we're just now getting into the training combat. The individual, I should say, the individual training combat for each player.
Take off, you beautiful human, you.
Whoops. Keeps falling over. There you go.
Hello, Spiper.
Yes, tea with milk. Always tea with milk, unless it's a different kind of tea.
Then it's a different kind of milk.
Drew, what do you think? I think it's going to be better if your character comes in from this side of the map, right? For you guys to see better. Let me see if I can scooch this back a little bit more too.
Good eye, Spiper.
All right. Okay. So remember how I explained, just imagine that the boundaries of the map are the walls. So I don't have to waste ink drawing the walls. It has been effectively created what you're fighting. Oh, by the way, also, I think I should come back for you guys to see me. It occurred to me I had already had a plan for Merrik, for Fate's character's individual combat training to be different. I'm gonna have to retcon one thing.
Yeah.
And instead of it being a random outdoor terrain, because your character is used to all kinds of different outdoor terrains, and most of your personal and otherwise training has been outdoors, you've never had any indoor combat training, you are going to actually be in an indoor kind of a dungeon arena.
Cool.
So that's what I decided. And I had forgotten that I had thought of that, but then remembered while we were on break. So
Cool. Works for me.
all right. So I'm going to use some doodads and stuff.
respond to Kieran from before as well. I think the most accurate description of everyone at Stormkeep is we're alive. He asked if we'd recovered.
We're still breathing, sometimes barely.
Yeah.
So this is going to be as if you have stumbled into. So as someone who's played airsoft or like paintball type stuff, imagine one of those makeshift setups. It's going to be a stone ruin that's mostly just barely standing walls and areas in a desert
Combat
arena. And what was that?
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
That was Sydney.
Yeah. That was a very specific comment to Fate. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. I was actually curious what you were saying. That's all. It's all good.
You're talking about like
Shabby rundown.
yeah, and that perfectly describes the arena we used to play in California.
So you're surrounded on each side by these tall sand dunes, and you're coming down off of you're where you come in at. You come down off of the doorway into this arena. You come down a sand dune right here. That's a slope, and these are gonna be like broken walls. There's turned over statues. These are like, I don't know, just stone, falling over stones.
If this is where Sindri has come from, I could see why he's so curious about everything. If this is what he had to look at.
Well said. I love it. Druid showing why she's a pro RPGer.
Am I walking on like sand?
Yep, the whole thing is all. You walked down a sand dune. It is going to be, in fact, the heat is unlike anything you've experienced before. The environment. So what's going to happen is, let me take a look at something right here, real quick. Each round that goes on, each round you're going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw or get a level of exhaustion. And so it's going to make it a little bit tougher. For your character, it'll be easier than anybody else's character, but still, there's an extra challenge because of it.
As soon as she feels that heat wave, she's going to immediately activate the Armor of Agathis rune on her chest.
I recreated the Celtics. Sorry, I should be going chat dark. Guys, we're going to go chat dark. Please enjoy the show. We love you so much. Thank you. We'll be here. So you're going to refresh my memory, refresh everybody's memory. So you cast Armor of Agathis. First, tell us what it looks like, and then tell us the mechanics of what it does.
So she has the frost rune carved on the front of her armor, and what she just pulls her hand up, and she just, she focuses on channeling the energy that her mother taught her to activate this, and that to activate the rune, and it just like little flurries of snowflakes will like rush around her, and it just gives her the sense that she is cooler now. Probably doesn't work that way. She feels in her soul that it helps cool her down.
Okay.
It might not be factual.
I get you.
But it's a protective magical force that surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. If a creature hits you with a melee attack, you have hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage.
Say that again. Say that last sentence again.
If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you your enemy. This isn't exactly a Dretch, but as far as the models go, it's the closest thing that I had. It's the right size. It's small, as you can see. And it kind of looks like a little chunky gorilla, a little chunky chimpanzee. And it is demonic, whatever it is. It's kind of gross looking. But
it's a nice danger monkey.
yeah, this is the danger monkey. He's coming for you. And right now, he's hidden somewhere on this map, and you're going to have to hunt him. So, let me, first of all, welcome you to your individual arena. And we're going to go... Come on now. Oh, and one more time, I'll show you guys the picture of the actual Dretch. And he would have shown you a picture, a closer. He would have basically done the same thing that Sindri did, but a more accurate representation. And so it's going to be like this guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lovely.
Why does it look like Bluebell?
That's what?
It looks like my parents' dog.
And I believe it's
A Conne Corso.
Yeah.
it's oh, Conne Corsas are awesome dogs.
Yeah.
But she
she's
has
blue.
the derpy underbite.
She's got such a big underbite that I can take my entire finger and put it between her top. And I can touch the back of her bottom teeth and still have room to play.
Poor thing.
Dumb.
They're so dumb. She's just so dumb. Anyways, sorry. Yep.
We had a person that we knew in the past, an old friend of mine who had a Conne Corso, and it was a very smart Conne Corso.
Oh yeah, she's a
Some are
smart
smarter than
animal.
others.
She's a star. Yes. Yep. No brain. She got a smooth brain. No ridges or lumps. No valleys or bumps. All ideas. Slide right
All right.
Like
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, we're gonna go ahead and roll for initiative, like it says down there on the bottom of. Like I'm sort of
That's
pointing.
cocked.
Technically.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. It bounced out of my dice tray onto my phone.
What is it?
But anyways.
It's stealth. Thank you. What is your passive perception?
13.
Okay. You currently have not spotted it amongst this desert sandy ruin. And
Okay.
We're rolling initiative. So what'd you get?
9.
Okay.
It's hot.
Huh?
It's hot.
It's very
All right.
hot in this desert.
You briefly spot your prey, your disgusting looking prey run amongst the ruins. And now it is out of your visual range again, somewhere in this direction. It has moved. You basically see it sprinting the way a chimpanzee, imagine moving. Yeah, and it moves somewhere in this direction, but you lose sight of it, and so you still don't. It's generally in this area now.
All right, I'm going to use all 30 feet of my movement to go between the statue and the blue dice. Yeah, so, yep,
right here?
30, yep.
Okay.
Just do a quick glance.
All right. Now we're gonna do active versus passive stealth. So basically, I'm just gonna, active versus active. Since you're actively looking and he's actively trying to hide. Oh, wow. Okay. At least I didn't do that when we were fighting.
9.
Yeah, you don't see him anywhere.
Can I use my action to dash towards the direction that I noticed him be last time? So it would be kind of diagonal through, it would be the black square on her left-hand side as she's passing.
What before you do that though, it's since we're in turn-based technically, it's its turn. So
okay.
I'm gonna have it go again. We're rolling
So
to see if you spotted it from your new spot.
So, but my perception roll was my action?
No, that wasn't an action. So if you want to do something else, you can.
Yeah, I wanted to action dash.
Oh, I see. While it's still your turn, you want to use your action to dash. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
I understand. Where do you want to move now? You said this way?
So, yeah, exactly. The 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet? 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30?
Yeah, perfect, exactly, just like that.
All right.
And then that would be it.
Okay. Now it's its turn. It's going to try and be stealthy. This time, though, it fails its stealth check compared to your passive perception. And you see it going, 5, 10, 15, 20. And it basically disappears behind this wall. So you kind of know where it's at.
Yeah.
And is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna just go around the backside and attack.
Okay, so stuff is going to happen in this fight. The rest of you are going to have to separate player and character knowledge, okay? You run around behind this wall to hunt the danger monkey. You pop up around the corner. And it had a ready in action. And ready action lets out a big old nasty, I can't even do a fake fart, lets this big old nasty fart out and is suddenly surrounded by this 10-foot cloud of green, yeah, exactly, one of those. I still can't even do it, all right. I was a little kid, I could do it. This fetid cloud of disgusting green gas extends out in a 10-foot radius around the thing.
Fart army assemble!
Right? Isn't this perfect for you? It's so perfect.
Hold on, wait, where's my emote?
So now I need you to roll me. You're still going to get to obviously take your action, but before that you need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
6!
Oh, okay. You were nauseated by the most disgusting ass stench you've ever smelled in your life. It looks like it smells like like a creature pooped, ate its pooped, and then pooped again. And that's probably what it actually did. And it's awful. Now you are technically you are poisoned until the start of your next turn. And this particular poison's effect is that you can take either an action or a bonus action on your turn, not both, and cannot take reactions.
Cool. I'm gonna attack it.
Yep. Roll your attack.
$11.
11 to hit?
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, that actually hits.
Apparently your dice are poorly today as well.
Yeah, her dice have a coughing fit as well. You guys quit picking on her illness. She's doing fine. Both of them are tough. Like, Fate even went to work yesterday. Druid's a badass. You guys give her credit. She's well. Ignore that cough. She's well.
Druid's doing great. Ignore that.
12 points of damage.
Nice. Damn. The creature is bloodied and brutalized and angry now.
How does my sword react?
So your sword, as it hits him, you get this vibration, this sense of ooh. I like.
How does it react to the blood?
No, it reacts to you hitting it.
Okay.
It reacts to you hitting it, and that's what you feel, this kind of this vibration, and it feels aroused, excited. Okay.
Okay.
And now the creature, it goes, and, of course, chimpanzees tries to bite and claw you both.
Someone clip that.
No, you hush.
We need a new montage, Stormy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'd go well in one.
We gotta, I guess you're not wrong.
Just
Go ahead and clip
that.
it, fine.
No context, just that.
Just
First
that.
the bite, what's your AC?
18.
Okay. Oh wow, I rolled an 18 on the die for the bite.
Don't forget,
claw.
he takes 5 points of frost damage.
That's true. Actually, what you find interesting is it hits you with its melee attack, but it seems to only be partially hurt by the cold, as if it's resistant to it.
Cool.
You said the AC is 18?
18.
Wow, it hit you with its bite and its claw because I rolled high. You take 10 points of damage from the 2 attacks. And it seems to have taken a little bit of damage from the cold of your
My the armor of Agathis is gone.
Oh, it's a one-shot kind of deal?
No, it's only while I have the temporary hit point.
I see, and you had to take those first. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're from your regular hit point total, you're only down by 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. It is now your turn. Oh, the creature is going to, after it attacks you, it's going to move around you. Because it's what it tries to do.
Okay.
It doesn't leave your threatened area though. It just moves around you. And now it's your turn.
Am I only poisoned until the start of my next turn or the end of the turn?
I'm sorry, say again?
Am I still poisoned at the start of this turn or the end of this turn?
So it says any creature that starts its turn while poisoned this way, the target can take either an action or bonus action on its turn, not both, and can't take reactions. So it's for the turn that you were, but it's also when you're in it. You have to basically, so at the start of your turn, you're gonna roll another con save.
Okay,
To
so
see if
I'm
it's
rolling
effective.
a con save first.
Right.
Okay. I'm still poisoned,
Okay.
because I rolled a 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay in its threat range, but I'm gonna go around to the other side of it, outside of that cloud.
So it surrounds it by 10 feet. There's no way to get around out of it.
Oh, I didn't realize it followed.
Yeah.
Sorry. Then never mind.
No, it's okay.
Then I'm just gonna attack it.
Wait, let me double check here.
Because I don't imagine the fart would follow it unless he's still farting.
PT, check Discord.
Well, it's not actually clear what the fetid cloud. It says a 10-foot. You know, I'm open to our interpretation of this, working together as a team. It says a 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas extends out from the dretch. The gas spreads around corners and its area is lightly obscured. So there's like a green mist or fog. It lasts for 1 minute or until a strong wind disperses it. See, that part right there would lead me to believe that you're right. That
It would probably
stay.
that it doesn't follow it. So
Yeah.
technically though, let's see. That where it was at before, I'm just gonna put it back right here. It extends 10 feet out from it.
And then
So-
it rotated around to the backside of me.
It rotated to here. Yeah. So
So
you
then
want
if I
to you want to
rotate-
rotate around to here so you're out of its fart gas. Yep. You can do that.
Correct. Okay. And then I'll attack it.
Go for it.
Okay. 21.
Definitely
hit.
hit.
I will find that dice later.
I got you. It was a 4.
10 damage.
Was your attack with your sword a high slash, a side slash, or a stab?
It would be definitely
A thrust?
top down.
Oh, a high slash. Okay. So you
Yeah,
you
slash.
bring your blade down right across its shoulder, right between the neck and its shoulder, and you cleave it open in the center right here. It gurgles bloody death and falls to the ground dead.
Oh, so
Successfully.
okay. Can I? So she would slash that would happen, and then she would just kick it off of her sword. It's like she would just like Sparta kick it off of.
Okay. I mean, your sword wasn't stuck in it. It just it kind of cleaved open. But yeah. Sorry.
She would still kick it, probably, because it's a
still
demon.
kick it. Yeah. And the
Fuck
creature
demons.
lies in a pool of its own goo, and its blood is a weird black goo instead of a regular kind of red blood, and the green gas fades, and you have completed your challenge. And you feel the sword vibrating excitedly in your hand.
I immediately leave the arena because fuck the desert.
Yeah, I understand. As you're leaving the arena in the desert, you do notice as you're putting Raven's Edge away that no blood is on the blade. None of that black goo. Of course, it'd be hard to tell. You'd still be able to see because the outer edges part aren't black. You'd still be able to tell, but there's no blood on it. You're not sure if it's because it absorbed it or if it just you're not sure, but there's no blood on it. And you make your way to the door and out and up. And Connor and you make your way over to the tower, and Mr. Abenaki kind of they had told you ahead of time when you're done to just wait. And you all will effectively potentially come out at different times or around the same time if it takes you all the same amount of time, roughly. So you all meet there at the tower, at the bottom of the tower, and he explained that they'll come down and give you their assessment after everybody's done. So you just stand pat and wait. And now we're moving on to
Me.
yes,
Shae.
Shae. Okay. Just a sec. And you were in a
Jungle.
jungle. Perfect. All right. Danger monkey.
Kill that monkey dead.
Huh?
All right. How that monkey did for me. Thank you. You do it protect.
I did do it.
We're gonna pretend that this is all. I'm gonna leave this drawing of this stuff right here, so we don't have to do a whole lot more. And this will just be kind of
That's how much I would risk my arm.
bushes and stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and get, since we have the forest, we're gonna add to it. Let me grab the trees. So these trees obviously are not exactly jungly style trees, but you guys can imagine. Stand up. Stand and deliver. So these are like bushy hillocks, and then a bunch of forest in a small little jungle valley. And where's Shae?
Shae is right here. She is walking into the arena with both her weapons drawn already.
Right. She comes down right here, and roll me initiative.
5.
Okay. What is your passive perception?
15.
Okay. You see this hideous little chimpanzee-looking ugly thing trying to hide over here, actually in a tree. Let's stick him on top there.
She gets a big smile on her face and she's like, I see you. You're not hiding very well, are you?
Okay. It is its turn. It realizes that you've spotted it, so it jumps down and runs over to try and hide behind this tree now. So go ahead and roll me another an active perception check. Since we're doing this in combat.
19.
Oh yeah, you see it plain as day, trying to hide behind that tree. It's doing a piss poor job of it.
Okay. It's my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Shae is going to move and then
You want to
Shitty job of it.
you want? I'll go over there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming for you! 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
the cutest killer. now I want to see this
She's
as
confident now.
as some sort of I want to see this as a horror movie. I'm coming for you. All right. Well, you've aggravated it. It comes straight up on you. And it lets out this nasty, stinking fart. Go ahead and roll me a con save.
8.
This is the most hideous, horrible smell. Like someone scraped something out of someone's ass and then shoved it back up in there, and you're being made to smell it. It's just horrible. And so you're feeling nauseous from the smell, and so you, like I said, you basically can only take an action or a bonus action, not both. And you can't take reactions.
Okay.
So it also makes one attack on you with its claw and misses.
My turn?
Yes.
Mr. Dutch, you're very stinky. She's gonna stab at him with her rapier.
Okay. Just that? You said you had both your weapons out, right?
Yeah, but to make a second attack, it's a bonus action. with the offhand.
Oh, right.
your offhand.
So I can only do one. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So you get to roll the die, double the die, and then add on your damage multiplier, or your damage, not multiplier, but your damage. Right? Isn't that the way we did it last time? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like
you do
to
the
have
roll, double the die, add your modifier.
Right.
11 points of damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You hurt the little gray critter easily.
With her other hand, she's like, whew.
Since you're still in that state of stinkiness, it's gonna make a claw bite attack.
Okay.
And then run away from you, since you can't react. Oh, it also rolled a natural 20 for the claw. What's your AC?
15.
And it also hits you with the bite. So for the crit, you take 6 points of damage. And for the, which was the claw, and for the bite, you take 1 point of damage, minimum damage. And then, it runs away. Actually, it's going to come around behind this tree here. Obviously, it just did a regular move. But and now it's your turn.
Do I need to roll a con save?
Yes.
I didn't roll a con save last turn.
No, you rolled it for the first time.
Oh.
And it stayed around until your next turn.
9.
You're still stinked out.
Okay.
You're still nauseous.
So I follow it. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's all I can do, right?
No, you still have an action or a bonus action, right?
Oh, okay. Then I stab it again.
Okay.
Stabby stab.
For a total of a 9.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
You're stinky and you're slippery.
He's being slippery with you. Slippery danger monkey. Give him some bananas. The look on his face. 13 will not hit you for the bite attack, the claw attack. The claw attack does hit you.
Does that banana have a banana?
Happy to.
Oh,
Oh, not
For 5
anymore.
points of damage. What are you down to now?
it's feeling a little self-conscious.
Okay. And it can tell that you're kind of still nauseated, so it's going to, whoops,
Knock over the tree.
knock over the tree. Yeah.
Shae would be like,
Get right over here behind this tree. Ow. Okay. Here we go.
do I still need to roll for
Nope.
con save?
You've successfully, now that you're not in the gas cloud, you don't have to worry anymore. You've gotten over the disgusting nausea.
Shae turns and looks at it and goes, and she makes her way over to it. All right, this time she's going to go smack, bonus action smack.
Okay.
Rapier first. That's a 9.
Does not hit.
Club. No, that's a 10.
Okay. You're rolling great tonight. All right.
know,
The
right?
All
creature
doing
attacks
it. We're
you. The claw misses, and the bite misses. It's going to. It's not a very smart creature. It thinks you're probably still nauseated. It's not sure. It's going to try and move away, and so now you can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Rapier. That's a 17 on the die.
That definitely hits.
For 9 points of damage.
Wow! Just as it's turning its back to run away, you stick it right in the back of the neck.
Shae goes, "Where are you running to?"
Thwick. A gurgling sound comes out, and black gooey blood oozes out of it as it crumples to the ground dead.
Shae's more confident in her combat, so she's like, "Okay," and she starts skipping back towards the entrance.
He's a scary motherfucker.
All right, well done. Well done.
That would be terrifying.
All right, who is next? Tundra Boy, right?
That is Sindri's next.
Yep.
Sindri's never felt cold this cold before.
I dare
Oh
say,
man, guess what I've been
well, they
forgetting?
get to be able to see eye to eye.
I forgot to have you guys roll all those exhaustion checks, but that's
Oh.
all right. It was really just meant to be kind of, honestly, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't want it to be that aggressive. The DC was going to be so easy that you would probably all make it. So,
Not how that
was it going to be a DC 5? So, anywho.
Yeah, foreshadowing of these rolls. Like,
I forgot, so I'm not going to have anybody roll. Since I didn't have the first two people roll, I'm not going to have you roll. All right, where's the little guy? All right.
Good question.
That's what most people say.
Let me see. All right.
That's what she said.
You're in.
The tundra.
Oh, ice flow, nowhere to go. Ice flow, nowhere to go.
Exactly. So, speaking of ice flow, there's basically a frozen river running through this area. It's, looks like that, but you basically have entered in an area, a kind of a glacier-y area, as if you're in between mountains. You've seen movies, mountain climbing movies, like that Sylvester Stallone one or something.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. And so basically, there's no climbing you're going to have to do. It's just kind of a roughish terrain. So you're going to, but it's not so rough that it's going to move at half speed. It's still regular movement. Actually, that's not true because it's icy. Yeah, I'm going to say you can either
snow as well. I'm short.
Yeah, if you move
So
it,
that's going to slow me down.
It's mostly frozen snow, so it's hard enough that it's not an issue for you.
Okay.
But it is slippery, so I'll say that you can. If you move at half speed, you don't have to roll any kind of dexterity saving throws. If you want to move at full speed, you have to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And yeah, you definitely see Danger Monkey hiding amongst the icy glaciers over here across the flow. It's not flowing because it's frozen. And we're gonna be rolling some initiatives. Let me write down what I need here. Pookie. Oh wait, no, she was Pookie. He was Goober. That's right.
Yes.
Sorry, Goober. Didn't mean to.
That was Pile.
I'll be honest, I couldn't even remember those names.
I know.
I struggled to remember on the day you did it. I was like,
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was Gomer, Pile, Goober, and
that's what Echo says.
Right. And I made those up on the fly because I felt like it. All right. Sindri, what's your initiative roll, sir?
15, 18.
18.
wow.
Okay. That beats the 13 from the Dretch, so you're going first. What do you do?
I will, especially because it's right as we've entered here, he's going to find his footing, so he will move at half speed because he's unsure of what he's walking on. It makes sense in my mind that he would do that.
It is ridiculously cold. Now, you've felt cold, in the desert at night, but we're talking in the 40s. right? This is like below zero, like bite through. There's no wind, luckily, but still, it's bite through into your bones cold. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. It's miserable. You move 5, 10, 15 feet just fine. Your total move is 30, right? Not 25? Or is it 25?
No, it's 25. So.
Okay. Still, though, 15 is the easier way to round it up instead of trying to do 12.5. So, the danger monkey is not very bright. It tries to move at full speed, kind of catty corner to you. So it's going to have to make a dexterity saving throw, which it fails. So it gets about halfway, 5, 10, 15, and slips and falls, and slides another 10 feet and is prone. And now it's your turn.
How far away is he roughly?
He is roughly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 70 feet away.
I'm gonna hit him with Fireball. Or I'm gonna attempt to hit him with Fireball.
Fireball.
Did you say fireball?
Fireball.
Bolt.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's your UK accent is like, what? You don't have fireball yet. Firebolt. Okay, right, roger that.
Cantrip.
So go ahead and roll your attack. It is prone, and I believe
Cantripped over this.
you're rolling at disadvantage. Let me double check
'Cause it's
that.
prone.
I know that if it was melee, you would be rolling an advantage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's disadvantage because he's prone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I need to roll another dice.
Because
and
it's
take the
basically a
lower
smaller
yes.
target since it's prone.
Okay.
What'd you get?
That's a 13 to hit.
Even with disadvantage?
That's with disadvantage.
Nice. That's a hit.
Nice. What? 10. Trying to remember where I way around the dice.
Every week.
That's a 6.
All right. So you see your firebolt sizzle into its flesh, but it seems like it's not as effective as you thought that it would be, which means it seems to have some sort of resistance to fire. And now it's its turn. It's gonna get
Outside
up.
of it, just inside Sindri's head, he was confirming that to himself, that after fighting the previous one, he wanted to confirm while it's a decent distance away.
Right. Now the creature is going to. It's going to move farther away, 5, 10, 15. Actually, it's going to take another risk. Over here is a place where the great glaciers are kind of folded over, and it's going to try and hide behind them. And a full move, if it can make it. Let me see if it makes its dex save. Oh, it does. Okay. So it made it. Now it's kind of. You can't even see it at this point because of its size, but it's hiding behind a place where the glacier's kind of folded up and sticking out. It's your turn.
So I'll make my full movement directly to the side of the board where you're stood.
So just this way?
Yeah, but this time at full speed, so...
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. That's a win. Oh, shit. That's a 6.
Ah, yeah. So what happens is you slip and fall halfway through. So right about here, you fall prone. Now you still technically have, you could do like your bonus action to get up from prone if you wanted to, or something else if you want to, using a bonus action. I mean, yeah.
He technically would have his action too still, right?
No, true.
Yeah.
He technically would have his action because he only did his move. but I'm thinking of bonus action style, like a dash, because usually you can do like bonus action dash, which I would think would be also the equivalent of a bonus action to be able to stand up and.
Stormy dash is an action in 5e. It's only bonus action for rogues. You have the bonus action.
Sorry, I keep saying bonus, but I mean action. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate you. Yeah. See, for some reason, 3.5 makes way more sense to me the way they broke it down. But really, it's just different wording, and I just need to get used to it. So I appreciate your patience. You'd think I would have after years of playing 5e, but whatever. We'll get there.
Did I get a good look at the creature?
From that distance, I mean, it looks like it was described in like the prestidigitation, it's shown. It's disgusting looking little chimp creature with an evil face and bat-like ears and face.
Close enough for me to attempt disguise self.
Well, you don't know if you're being watched by it right now or not. But actually, since it's completely obscured, I would say that it can't see you right now, since you can't see it from where it hid behind the glacier.
So my action whilst I'm led down is to disguise myself as the creature itself.
Okay, so you're gonna use your action to cast Disguise Self on yourself to make yourself look like the Dretch. Or like a Dretch. Okay.
Yeah. Did you say then I could use my bonus action as well for getting up after I've done that or not? Yeah?
Yes,
so
you
then
can
I'll
use your
stand
bonus
up
action.
after I've disguised myself then.
Right. Yep. So you use your bonus action to get up from prone. Technically, it's sort of like a bonus action dash, and I think it takes half your movement to get up, so if you want to move another 15 feet, you can.
Well, he did his movement, he fell. Action was to do disguise self. Technically, it doesn't require
I
any
get you
action
saying,
or bonus.
He can't get the bonus action.
He can't, so he does, so.
Technically, he shouldn't be able to stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
you're
he should
right.
still be prone.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Half movement on his next turn.
Because dash is an action, not a bonus action.
Yes.
And the stand up is only half your movement.
Right, but he's already used his full movement to fall. So, yeah. So basically, yeah. So you disguise yourself as a prone version of the creature. And now it's its turn.
Draw me like one of your French.
You see it poke its little head up from behind this thing, and it's like eyeing you with a confused look on its face. It's your turn now.
I'm going to attempt to mimic its actions of the confused look that it just gave me.
Did you want to stand up first?
Oh, yeah. So half of my movement to get up.
Right. And then...
I'll walk a bit further forwards, but try and mimic how it's been moving.
All right, trying to mimic its movements. Okay.
And...
I'm gonna have you roll a bluff check. Which is, what's bluff in 5e? Deception. Deception. Thank you. Oh, you guys gotta share if it's that funny. What was it?
We're quoting a video.
Quoting a video that I can't actually... Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'll tell you when this is done.
Yeah,
all right.
We can't talk about it.
Fair enough.
It was a 14
14 to...
for my deception.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is there any other action that you... Well, you're basically... I'm going to say you're using your bonus action to... You stood up, which is your movement, half your movement. Then you moved 15 feet, which is the other half of your movement.
I'm not going to be doing anything else for this minute anyway.
Okay, so your bonus action was to mimic the creature. it gingerly, 5, 10, 15, starts moving towards you. Your turn.
I will also hesitantly move half my distance. So the careful walk that I did before.
Okay. Are you done now after doing that?
Nope. I'm gonna ready a firebolt, but it's to aim at the ground underneath the creature, if I can do that.
Well, currently it's on the river at the moment. If you are you wanting to wait till it moves and shoot that spot there underneath it?
I mean, if it's on the river now, I might as well just go for it. I'll just go for it now. I don't know why I was thinking I had to wait till it got off the river. I was like, no.
All right, go ahead and roll me an attack. You still have to make an attack roll to hit that target. And I'll figure out whatever kind of AC, DC.
That's a natural 19.
Yeah, so you easily hit exactly at its feet. And I'm going to say if you can do 5 or more damage, then there might be an effect that you like.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, it's a 3.
Oh, that's... Fate has cheated you. All right, so you hit the ice and it does, melt through part of it, and you hear a crack, but it doesn't. It doesn't crack and break underneath its feet. Any bonus actions from you? I don't think you have any you can take right now, but I could be wrong. Okay.
Nope.
So now it's its turn. It now seems quite irritated that you cast a spell at it and kind of breaking the deception because it knows it can't do that. So why would you be able to do that? 5, 10, 15. It tries to make a full move at you. Oh, and it actually succeeds to close the gap. First thing it does is let out the most disgusting green gassy fart you've ever smelled and heard. Go ahead and roll me your Constitution saving throw.
Not 20.
All right, so you're unaffected by it, even though it's just utterly disgusting. And then it makes one attack against you.
I didn't hear that.
And it rolls a natural 1.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a percentile dice. Do you know how to do that?
Nope.
All right, so take your 2 D10s. You have 2 D10s that came with your set.
I have 2 D10.
All right, roll them, and the dice that has the double numbers is gonna be the first dice. The first number, and then you're gonna basically, as if you were writing it, put the number of that one as the first number, and then the other one is the second number, and that's the percentage that we're picking.
Yeah, so the double digits is the 10th place, your single digits is your 1st place.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Probably a better explanation.
I'm lost on the double digits thing.
So you have one of your dice.
Hold on. Just roll the 2 dice and tell us what the numbers are.
Yeah. Make one of them the first dice.
Yeah.
That's a 5 and a 3.
So
in the
Hold on.
So the die with the 2 numbers on it, which one is that?
Do you need a visual?
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking for.
So actually, just for future reference, I'll handle this. Thanks, I appreciate you. So is one of your dice, does it have double numbers on it like this?
Oh. Yes, I have one of those.
Perfect. So that, you're gonna roll 1 D10 that's like this, and the other D10 that's not. And this one was gonna be the first digit of the total number, and the other one's gonna be the second digit of the total number.
Don't you just re-roll then?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a 12.
A 12. Oh, okay. It could
So
be
did
better.
you get a 10 on one die and then a 2
And a
on
2
the
on
other?
the other.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, double aught is 0. So, all right. 12 means he was distracted, so he tried to hit you, and instead he tripped and rolls his dexterity saving throw or falls down. And he fails his dex saving throw and falls down prone in front of you. And it's your turn. The chimpanzee's like falls on his ass. The dretch. It's your turn. What you gonna do?
I am going to shocking grasp it while it's led down.
Smart play, because it's so. If you had cast one of your ranged spells against it, you would be rolling at disadvantage. But
Yeah.
because you're casting Shocking Grasp, which is meant to be used in melee, there's no disadvantage. It doesn't have any metal on it, so you don't get any advantage. But go ahead and make your attack roll. Yeah. Wait.
Would it
Is
be
it
wet 'cause
only
of the
a
snow?
weapon? I was gonna say, is it only a weapon attack that gives it advantage because it's prone? Is a melee, even though it's a melee spell attack, would he still technically have advantage because the creature is prone?
That's different. So.
I just
Yes,
want to clarify
actually, you're
also for
right.
myself,
Since it's
'cause I
prone,
have-
he will have advantage. That has nothing to do with the metal
with-
or anything. You're right. Thank you for reminding me that it's prone. Correct. So you're rolling your attack at advantage.
That's a 14.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll me your Shocking Grasp damage.
Ba-ba-da. That's 4.
From 3d6?
No. Shocking grasp.
Shocking Grasp is 1d8.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of 3.5 again. So it's a d8. So you said how much damage?
4.
I said a 4.
4. Okay. It also seems to shrug off some of this damage. Which means it's got a lot of resistances. It on its turn now. Are you gonna do any bonus actions or movements?
While it's down, I'm gonna move basically diagonal away from you in my half movement, so I know I'm not gonna fall over. Yeah.
That way? Like that?
Yeah, just make sure I'm well out of that cloud.
Wise call. Wise call. All right. Because it is prone, I don't think it gets to make an opportunity attack, or at least that's what I'm going to say as a house rule. I don't know if that's the
Well,
case, but
Shocking
If it
grasp
got hit with
stops
Shocking Grasp, yeah, Shocking Grasp would nullify its reaction regardless.
oh, I forgot about the Shocking Grasp doing that anyway. Yeah, but even regardless, like it doesn't make sense to me that someone who's prone will get a good, solid opportunity attack. So it stands up on its turn, moves 5, 10, 15, and makes its attacks against you. Claw and a bite. What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Okay.
Because I'm a beast.
He's got the Draconic Bloodline, which gives him a base 3. Then he's got the +3 from his dex. He's a quick, tough little bastard. All right, I'm gonna be the claw misses. The bite also misses. Here you go.
Woo! Let's go.
I'm gonna thunderwave the little fucker.
Yeah. I believe it's a saving throw, right?
It's a con save.
Okay. Con save, and if it fails, that it's
takes
pushed
half
10
damage.
feet and takes the full damage, correct?
If save, creature takes half damage and doesn't move.
That's what I thought. And the DC is what?
I can't remember.
So it's going to be 8
plus your proficiency
that
plus
would
your
be-
applicable modifier.
Which would be your charisma.
Yeah.
I missed the first part of that.
So it's 8 plus your proficiency, which should be a 10. Just 8 and 2 is 10, plus what's your charisma?
It's 14 then, overall.
Yeah, so the DC is a 14. Con save. Missed it by that much. Go ahead and roll me your damage, and it's pushed back 10 feet. Does it also knock it prone, or does it just say it pushes it 10 feet? I'm gonna say since it's on ice, it's gonna knock it prone.
It just says
regardless,
push 10 foot away.
Okay. Normally it wouldn't necessarily go prone, but since it's on ice, I'm gonna say that it is knocked prone.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
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 That's 11.
11 damage? Nice.
Yes.
Well, it failed to save, so it takes it all and it gets knocked back 10 feet. Any movement from you?
I'm gonna hold my ground.
Okay. Now it's its turn. And stands up, shakes it off. 5, 10, moves up. Attacks you twice. All right, this time the claw's gonna hit. And the bite is a nat 20. So the claw does a whopping 3 points of damage. And the crit bite, I rolled a 1, so total of 2.
Woo! Crit!
God,
well said.
that sounds so condescending.
All right,
That sounds so condescending.
it was perfect. All right, it's your turn, buddy.
I've got one spell left, so Thunder Wave it again.
Okay. Don't forget you have your cantrips too, forever. But
Oh yeah. I just meant my spell slot spells.
all right, I'm gonna roll a saving throw. Wow, natural 19 this time. So it's gonna take half damage and stand its ground. Go ahead and roll the damage, please. In Thunder Ray with Sonic, you can tell that it did not resist any of this damage from this. I call it Sonic, but it's called
It's thunder.
Thunder, which is a really.
Underwing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lightning.
don't you do it! I see you're tempted. Anyway.
Thunder.
So the effects of Thunder Wang land a whopping 13 points of damage, so half of 13, 6 I presume.
Half of 13 is enough, sir, because it was only at 2. It is dead.
What are you guys laughing about?
Nothing at all.
God, I'm sure one of our sickle people is gonna clip that one too. All right. So what do you do? You've defeated your opponent.
Pen.
I am gonna
Doesn't matter.
steadily walk out of the place,
All right, you make your way out. Well done.
Pen.
because I am not falling on my ass on the way out.
Okay. Now, wow. I'm gonna flip it over, so I don't have to. Oh, I already have something on this side from. That's okay. We'll make it work.
It's something I prepared earlier.
No, this is from a from the. Any rate, I'm gonna leave this as part of it. You're in an indoor space, but it's a ruin, and
It's ruined.
yeah. And so this is a giant hole in the floor leading down multiple layers, where it looks like something from the ceiling had collapsed and crushed down and went through the floor into the lower level, and so there's just a deep dark pit right here. And this is the entrance wall of this building, and there are a number of. Looks like there's some sort of battle here, and there's some battlements and palisades set up.
And it looks like Mark Wazowski with a pointy tooth and war paint. The single eyeball creature for monsters.
No, I know who Mike Wazowski is.
And just like
Just
one
give
pointy
it
tooth.
kind of a 3D bend here.
That's why I was giggling when I saw it.
I may have broke Drew into something else though.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, here's my man and his little owl.
Yeah. So I would like to say, as I am entering into the arena, Echo's on my shoulder, and I am perceiving through Echo.
So the first thing that you notice, you're gonna try the whole fight while perceiving through Echo, or just
Nope.
this moment? Okay.
This is how it starts.
Okay.
have
There
a
are no
plan.
lights on in this interior space, so you're having to use the dark vision of your owl to see.
Okay.
And what is your passive perception, sir?
Passive perception is 14.
14. You have no idea where Danger Monkey is.
It's fine.
And since you don't know where he is and he doesn't know where you're at, we're not even going to roll initiative just yet.
Cool.
Actually, no, that was the way we did it before. We're going to simplify. Yeah. Go ahead and
Roll initiative.
yeah.
Okay. 9.
9.
9. Wow. He also rolled a 9, but what is your dex?
My dex is +3.
I'm going to up you to a 10. So you get to go first.
Cool. So I'm gonna, casually stroll in about 10, 15, 20.
Is it 15 or is it 20?
At 20.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20.
That's cool. Cool. And then I am going to send Echo to scout as I perceive through him.
Okay, gotcha. So you're going to leave yourself open to, since you can't really see what's going on near your body, you can only see through Echo.
That's fine.
So he's going to move his movement speed, which is what?
60.
Okay. Where do you want to move him? Is over here good, or is there somewhere else you want to do?
Yeah. So you're kind of doing exactly what is. I'm going to have him start at the furthest point. So yeah. So he's going to go that direction, and he's going to start circling clockwise.
All right. Go ahead and since he's actively searching, we're doing opposed checks now.
Perception.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Because he has keen hearing and sight, and when I'm
He has
perceiving
advantage.
through Echo, I use.
Yes.
He has advantage on perception.
Yes.
Perception is wisdom, right? Oh,
Yes.
+3. 22.
He spots Danger Monkey hiding right behind the corner of this makeshift wall.
Gotcha. And is that within 120 feet?
Of you?
Yeah.
So, oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check here. It's 180 feet from here to here. So, without a doubt, you're within a.
Yeah.
It's,
Cool. Because
I'm assuming-
I can see him. Because I can see him through
Right.
Echo. I am going to cast Magic Missile.
Roger that. Cast your magic missile, sir.
Yep.
It's going to hit him because that's what magic missile does.
So that is essentially 1d4, 1d4, or 1d4. I'm just gonna roll all 3 of them at once.
At second level, you get three 1d4s. Oh, wow, they really beat it up.
What do you mean, second level? Magic missile is 3 darts at level 1. I only have. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. A dart
No, I
deals
know what it
1d4
does.
plus 1.
It's been around a
Yeah.
long time. I just didn't remember that it was 3 darts at level at first level. I thought it was. Oh, I see. Yeah, 3 glowing darts. Okay, cool. They scaled it differently in 5th ed than they did 3.5.
That's just fucking weak. That is trash. 8 total damage. I rolled
pretty
a
good.
1 and 2 2s.
I don't know why you think that's trash.
I rolled 2 2s and a 1. That's.
All right, you definitely nail it. Now it's its turn. Well, it suddenly got hit by magic and it's irritated, so it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, see you. And it's gonna...
It can see me in that
30,
darkness?
huh? Yeah, it can see you because it's got dark vision.
let's go.
You obviously see it moving through your owl's perspective. It's gonna bonus action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or action dash, sorry, keep forgetting. And that's all I can do. That's as close as it can get. And it is now your turn, and your owl, of course, perceives it coming up on you. You're perceiving through your owl, you know, like you're looking at yourself through a video camera.
Yeah.
And of course, your body can't see it or react to it in any way. It's also pitch black for your character, so.
Well, I mean, he's blind to anything but what Echo sees.
Correct.
Yeah. So at this point, I'll have Echo return to me.
Right? Exactly 60 like before. And of course, where does he land on you?
Shoulder.
Okay, lands on your shoulder. Now you see the little danger monkey coming up on you, and it's your turn.
Cool. I am going to.
Your bonus action is used to command the owl to come back, by the way.
Is it a bonus?
Pretty sure that's the way to be able. I think that's always been the way in 5th ed, that to command your familiar to do something, it's a bonus action to give it a command to go somewhere or to come back. And that was the way we did it with Guar too, so that's the way we're going to do it.
That's fine.
If it's different than what we talked about, then you can convince me, but I'm pretty sure that's what we talked about.
I mean, on a technicality, since we're in combat, Echo.
I didn't hear you.
But
You cut out. Echoes what?
Oh, I said technically, since it is combat, Echo should have his own.
Yeah, that's what the spell says.
Oh, it says he has his own
Your
initiative.
familiar acts independently of you, but it always obeys your commands. In combat, it rolls its own initiative.
No, I understand that. But if you keep reading, it also says for you to give it a new command is a bonus action. So it's not like he would. Now, okay, if you want to make the argument that he would be worried for you and so he would immediately come back on his own, okay, you can make that argument if that's what you think. Because he does adore you. And he knows that you can't see without it. He's pretty smart. So, yeah, all right. We'll say that in this instance, he didn't need a bonus action to know he needed to come back to you. Sure. If you have another bonus action to use, I don't even know if you do, but go ahead.
Yeah. So the one I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Grease right on top of him. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Yep. So describe your spell force, because it might, in case it's different than what people imagine it.
Yeah. I haven't really thought about how Grease would really work. I think in terms of like how visually, very similar to the other.
The other one.
It kind of creates like a swirling motion, almost like, and just kind of like flicks it out, almost like he's like throwing a bucket of water. Kind of that kind of just.
Okay.
And then it just kind of lands in space.
All right.
I haven't thought about how grease would be an interesting visual spell.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
No worries. Okay.
So, Dex save DC 14.
It slips and falls prone.
Nice. Now, how close is he to the edge of that?
Well, it's only a 10 by 10, so it's always going to be in one 5-foot corner of it, right?
Yeah.
But it does block the path between, it's in between the wall, and so it has to move through it again to get to you, unless it's smart enough to go out and around, which it doesn't seem to be very bright. In fact, it seems dumber than an actual chimpanzee.
That's great. Okay.
Did you want to make a move?
No. Actually, yeah, I'd like to move 10, 15, 20, 30. So I'm gonna move up to, so I have that gray wall that is to my character's right, next to the danger. Yeah.
Are you going to move closer to it? Okay.
Yes.
This is 20 feet. Do you want to go further or what?
I want to go 5 feet forward to where you're pointing. Yeah, so I'm more so behind cover.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. And then I'm gonna wait, see what happens.
All right. The creature gets up, and it saw where you ran, but it, of course, is going to try and move that direction and has to move through the grease, so it makes the check again. And fails again. Slips and falls in this square now. You hear it. Plop.
Excellent.
So now you can technically move, do something, and move again if you wanted to.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have any against her? I mean, is it gonna give me any bonus? Okay, give me 1 second, sorry. As a bonus action, I'm just gonna kind of get used to the feeling of being in that flow state. So I'm just gonna end, or my spell slinging flow state.
All right, so you're gonna use your bonus action to go into your flow state. Okay.
Yep. So Echo is now merged with me.
Right.
Okay. And then what?
It just looked like Stormy just yeeted him off screen. Bye, Felicia.
And then, yeah. And then to kind of conserve some of my resources, I'm gonna swing around the corner real quick, and then I'm gonna try to bury my dagger into its chest. It's at the edge of the grease.
All right. Roll me. If I remember correctly, a dagger is considered a finesse weapon, right?
Yes.
So then you can go ahead and use your dex instead of your strength modifier if you want to, since that's better.
Yep.
Yeah.
To attack and damage, right?
Yep. And then
Roll it.
reroll with advantage because it's prone.
Correct. If I didn't hear 2 dice, I was going to say something.
Can I use an inspiration point?
I'd forgot about that.
Why don't you tell me what the rolls are first?
Oh, I rolled a natural 3 and a natural 5.
Plus
What's
5.
the total
Plus
with the
5.
natural 5?
10.
Oh, because your dex is a 3 and your proficiency is a 2. Yeah. I'm gonna.
And I'm happy with re-rolling just 1 dice, not re-rolling.
No. That's
advantage.
fine. That's fine. Yeah. Just like before, the house rule, I guess, will be 1 inspiration point per combat. We don't. Of course, in BG3, it's interesting. They use inspiration die for all kinds of things. So we need to talk about that. Remind me after we get done with stream tonight for about 10-15 minutes. We'll talk about what we want to do for a new house rule for inspiration. For now, we'll do it the way we always did it. You get an inspiration per combat, and if you want to use it to reroll, you can.
Yeah. Do you want me to just re-roll just 1 die, or
Right. It's just rerolling 1 die. Yeah.
just making sure? That would be a 19 to hit total.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I think you'd be terrified if a 19 did not hit it.
You know.
And I would be an irresponsible DM.
Rolled a 4, so that's a total of 7.
7 points of damage.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then I am going to, so I made 5, 10. I
So
need
it was a
15
5-foot
feet
step to move to there, so you still have 25 movement left.
25, yeah.
And you know that it will be able to step out of the grease this round without a check. So.
Well, yeah,
But it does have to
because
move.
with Blade Song,
It
you
does have to use
extra.
half its movement to stand up. So if you move more than 15 feet, it won't be able to get you without using its action dash.
So I will then, I will backstep. Yeah.
That's 20. Do you want to go all the way to your 25?
No, the 20 is fine.
Okay. Its turn comes up. It uses 15 to stand up. 5, 10, 15. Action dash to get there. It's done. Although actually, let me see if its fart thing can happen as a bonus. It doesn't really say whether it's an action or a bonus action. I'll have to do some more digging in the future about special abilities like this. That's the one thing about 5th Ed that's always annoyed me. They've never made it quite clear. You know, they give a creature multi-attack. So obviously, but does a special ability count as one of its attack actions? Because it doesn't say. So,
Especially if it's a fart.
yeah, exactly. Like, especially since it's a fetid
if you have
cloud
to
fart.
listen, if he's trying, he's actively trying to fart. He's pushing. He's going, and then
Yeah.
you know what happens. You
I'm going to say if he actively does it, it should be worse.
Yeah, that's true. But then it would be a higher challenge rating. I'm going to say that it can't because it focused its attention on taking that extra step, and now it's your turn.
Gotcha. Cool. Since it's right up in my grill, I'm gonna take another stab at it with the dagger.
Okay.
18 to hit,
Yeah.
and then we do 6 damage.
You drive your dagger up into its chin, killing it instantly. Black goo oozes onto your dagger, onto your hand, and you shake it off.
Yum, yum,
Shake
yum.
it off. Shake it off.
Shay it off. Shay it off. All right, you guys, you make your way out, I'm assuming?
Would be proud. What?
All right, you make your way out, and all of you, within, a half a minute or so, within a minute of each other, effectively finish, because it didn't take you long. Obviously, Sindri and Merrik a little bit longer than the other two, but not that much longer.
I come skipping out. I'm like, Miss Thyra, I did it.
Does Merrik or Sindri say anything when you guys come out?
Does what?
Does Merrik or Sindri say anything when you come out of your
to warm myself up?
What?
Do I say anything? It's like, was that a challenge for you guys
Sindri,
as well?
What does he say? You said something about warming yourself up?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to warm myself up the moment I come out of that place, and I think I was in some form of inclination of your world. It was very cold.
Oh, I bet it was lovely.
So,
Better than that hellhole that I was just in. If it's anything, if this is where you're from, Sindri, I never want to visit your planet.
So,
You have my curiosity.
yeah.
What did you experience?
It was so hot. And there was, the ground was this fine, slippery, dirt-like substance I've never really quite experienced before, but it just like it would flow through the fingers really quickly. It was hard to walk through it. It was so hot. Despise it.
So you guys make your way.
It.
What?
One might say you hate it. It does get everywhere.
Yes, I still believe it's in my shoes.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the tower, and at that point, Abenaki and Connor come down, and Connor says, "Well, I'll be darned, y'all did pretty darn good. Some of you got some real clever in you, that's for sure. I'm gonna let Abenaki, I've already shared my thoughts with him, and he'll do the summary." And Abenaki says, "There are, of course, in your battle, you were devastating as expected, and your tactics were impeccable. I have no negative criticism to say to you. Do you have any criticisms of your own fight?"
Always.
You hear a kind of a from Connor, like he approves that you have that attitude. And then Abenaki says to Shae, "You definitely have found your confidence in what you do. You've come quite far, hasn't she, Connor?" He goes, the same kind of and then,
Yes, Shae is definitely more confident in her fights.
"Do you feel like there's something you could have done better or different in that fight than you did?"
Probably, but I can't think of it right now.
Very good. Sindri, it was quite clever of you to try and break the ice underneath the creature. It's also quite clever of you to trick the creature into coming closer to you. Very impressive. You use your personality to your advantage in battle. And I'm speaking, of course, of the pranks that you like to play on your friends. And Merrik,
You know about those?
I know about everything that goes on in my home.
So,
And then-
just to clarify, you're aware of what I used my disguise for? Yeah. I think we can skip past it.
Yes, and I will be discreet for you. Merrik, you too, you surprised though, because I feel like you had ways that you could have defeated your opponent without putting yourself at risk more. But I like that you were taking, that the risks that you took was to experiment with different combat tactics. So, The only criticism I have is that be wary of getting too creative in the heat of battle. Sometimes just killing your opponent is enough, and you don't want to put yourself at too much risk. However, I think you will also find that if you can speed up your creative process, you will be a great advantage against your opponents. Well done, all of you. You all, I will have you all, I have recorded this for you, and we will go to the Detect Thoughts Dome room for you all to see each other's fights, so that you can see how each other handled your fight, your battles, give each other feedback, and also be beneficial for working together as a team. Do you all have any questions? That seems like you almost had a question. What is it?
Just something to say.
Does anybody have a question before Sindri has a comment? Yes, there are.
May I take a moment to enter into wherever battle took place?
You cut out a little bit. What? No, you're fine. It's not.
I would like the.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would like the opportunity to enter into.
She wants to go into Sindri's arena.
Is that what you said? Because
Yes.
literally the words were cut out. Okay. Very well, if you wish. It is still in operation. I have not shut them down yet.
Thank you.
Would you all like to visit each other's arenas? I think that is a good idea. See, she thinks of the future. This is much I appreciate.
That makes
I
sense.
just wanted.
I get to experience other worlds.
Somewhat, yes. Please, all of you, take a tour and come back when you're ready. We will have dinner ready for you as soon as possible. You all have earned it. And more. And he shuffles away, floats away. And then, of course, Connor's like, you can almost, he puts a thumb up like this and says, well done, troops. And if you almost can imagine a smile underneath there, except you realize there's nothing underneath there, that the there that's there is him. So,
Sindri
So
makes
you
a
guys-
smiley face above his head.
yeah. So you guys go wander through each other's little arenas and experience. You have something you want to say or role play when you guys go into each other's.
Shae takes one step into Miss Thyra's world and goes, "It's so cold," and takes a step out.
She steps in there and she's just like,
That's what I figured you were doing. I just go confirm where she went to and see the sand and go, yep, nope, don't need to go back there. Know what that shit's like.
"What is that called?"
Sand.
Sand.
Lovely, isn't it?
I hate it.
What is Shae think
It is-
of the desert world?
Shae takes a step into the desert world, goes, "It's so hot!" and takes a step out.
And Thyra, I interrupted you. I apologize. Durin, you were saying what she was saying.
No, that was awful.
Oh, the other thing in Sindri's world, is there the big flaming ball in the sky?
No,
Okay.
it's bright like there would be, but there's no ball. It's just
Right,
bright.
like it was in the herb garden area.
Shook my
brighter.
ball.
no, about that same level. of
Okay.
brightness. Yeah. We're not quite ready for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Merrik, what are your thoughts on the other guys' worlds? You've experienced the full range of seasons from your world, but these are a little bit more extreme than what you've experienced.
It's fucking cold. This shit's hella hot. Imagine your wasn't as dark as mine. Shae, you probably had the best temperature.
It was nice. I had fun following that little monkey around.
It was still a bit warmer than you're used to, and definitely a lot muggier than you're. Well, I guess you're from a fall-like world, so it can be muggy. But because it's colder, it's not as bad. This is the same mugginess, but colder, or excuse me, hotter, and so it feels like drippy sweat.
Gotcha. So, Mr. Merrik, you were in a dark place?
Yeah, you guys make it to his little arena. Of course, you all see just fine. And just a ruined building. It looks like there was a big battle and a collapsed floor there.
She takes a peek and she goes, "It's not that dark, Mr. Merrik. I can see perfectly fine."
Seems all right to me.
Whatever. Just walks out. Come on, Echo.
All right.
Mr. Sindri, did I say something wrong?
No. You guys just all just see in the dark. I can't.
You can't
He's
see
a
in the dark. I
human.
thought you could see in the dark.
No, I'm not that special. The Echo is. He's my eyes.
You see
All
this
right.
look of comprehension and understanding come over Shay's face after you say that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys did great.
I can see in the dark.
You make your way back to have a great dinner with Abenaki, and before you do though, one last thing is you guys make your way up the steps. You're about to go into the house to go have a chat with Abenaki, and well, no, actually, of course, Connor's following behind you, and as soon as you make your way to the top of the steps, and he does too. You all hear kind of a weird kind of cracking sound behind you, and you look and you see the training arenas just kind of crunching up and folding themselves into the ground and vanishing, and then suddenly the gardens that were there rise back up as if they were always there.
I think I prefer this look.
I cannot wait to get out of here.
It's some fancy magic.
Oh,
Yeah,
while I
fancy
remember,
magic, man. Yeah.
prestidigitation. Get Thyra cold. Or cooler. If I ever forget, just give me a shout.
Oh, I will.
Oh, she will.
You now have experienced temperatures I'm used to. And you can see why this is far too hot.
You've experienced temperatures I'm used to. This is comfortable.
All right.
I
so
don't
you guys make your way
understand
back.
the extremes.
Yeah, have dinner with Merrik, and not with Merrik, but with Abenaki.
Oh,
Technically,
Merrick's
yeah.
there. No,
Merrick
Merrick
is
is
there, yeah.
exiled. Nope,
Yeah.
use it at that table.
He's at the
Yeah,
kitty
I'll sit
table.
I'll sit at the tiny owl table. It's fine. Get off of me.
All right. Was there any
Somebody
other
be sat there.
was there any other role playing you guys wanted to do before we wrap up for the night?
The only thing I wanted to say was, to the Imaginarium!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys after dinner go look at that, and you guys can chat
dinner
about
and
it
a show.
amongst yourselves. You give each other good advice and tactics, and honestly, you know, it's up to you guys if next time we want to start out with you role playing tactics that you actually want to work on together, or if you'd rather just do that offline, that's fine too. I totally love the idea of you guys knowing each other's capabilities in and out, so that you as a group can create strategies and tactics together using your abilities. And that could be fun on camera if you guys want. It's up to you. I'll let you all decide. But you all did super good. Well done. I think you all agreed that this was not quite as scary or as bad. Well, obviously you were second level, so it's you had a little bit more cushion there with your life total, right? But, and also, this was only a challenge rating quarter creature, whereas the other creatures you fought were all challenge rating halves. So, yeah. And, but next week, when we start, if, we'll do a little bit of role playing about your experience with the individual training, and then you'll be put through basically the artificial mission to infiltrate the training dungeon. Your goal will be to make your way in either through a stealth approach or a combat approach. Get past any obstacles that might hold you back. You're to find an object inside the dungeon and escape the dungeon with that object. So, very cool.
Cool.
Nice. Good job, everybody. Good job.
Everybody,
Good job, team.
You guys are amazing. Thank you all for joining us tonight for another session of DragonMetal Saga. Oh my God, Scully was here. Hello, Scully. Thank you for joining us. And look at that, Shizuka was here as well as a new person, Howard. Hello, sorry we didn't chat. I appreciate you
Joining us.
Yeah, joining us.
Jotun Red Wolf was.
Jotun Red Wolf is here too. Heck yeah, look at all these amazing folks. Daddy Dagoth, Spiper as always. Guys, we're gonna raid out to someone amazing. Oh, thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. We'll definitely do that. Big hugs to you, Scully.
Scully!
Especially as late it is.
Scully!
Must be having insomnia or something. Or just feeling up to hanging out.
New title, Magic Monkeys use chemical fur for training purposes.
Sounds about right.
Well, let's see who's for rating tonight. Man. I see a couple of juicy ones. I think last week we did Iltacine. Looks like Mr. Taco is online. Solus and Dread. Eclipse. A Sizzlin. OG Blaze. What do you guys think? I'm gonna. Any input from Druid, Fate, all you guys? What do you think?
Let's do Mr. Taco.
Sounds good to me. I think he's gonna be
charity
on
stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He always does charity streams.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alrighty.
Doing some hell divers.
Guys,
Some
Mr. Taco
democracy.
is playing with a bunch of other folks playing the new obsession for
Stabbing through hell.
yeah. He's a hell diver. So is it M1S? All right. All you guys are amazing. We love you so much.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out.
Thank you all for
Y'all are the
hanging out with
best.
us. And let everybody load up in here. Cool. All right.
Like my dad would say, peace, love, and
22
chocolate pudding.
viewers out. Sir, we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.